Welcome to WMAR Classic Games from the Vault. I'm Sean Stepner. This week we're bringing you the Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 94, the 94th meeting between longtime rivals, the Calvert Hall Cardinals and the Loyola Dons. The Dons lead the series with 48 wins, 37 losses, and 8 ties. The Cardinals have been rolling with 4 straight Turkey Bowl wins after snapping a Loyola 6-game winning streak. On the call will be Scott Garceau and Tom Matte in the booth with Jamie Costello on the sidelines. Enjoy the game.
ABC2 Sports presents the Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl. The Calvert Hall Cardinals versus the Loyola Dons.
It is a sunny, crisp morning at Johnny Unitas Stadium on the campus of Towson University. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, from Scott Garceau, Tom Matte, and our entire ABC2 Sports crew. Tom, Loyola Calvert Hall, it's special. It's been going on for almost 100 years. The site has changed, but not the importance of this game.
This one stays with them forever, Scott. And when you win this game, it's even if you have a bad season like both these teams had this year, this is the most important victory.
Yeah, this can put the cherry on the top of the season. Let's take a look at some of the impact players in this game, starting first of all with Calvert Hall. They've got a very talented tight end, number 88, Eric Evans.
This guy's big, 6'4", 230, goes up for the ball, catches and makes the most yards out of it after the catch.
And you're going to like it because he's going to play lacrosse at Ohio State. He's a talented athlete. You see the numbers, 41 catches, 599 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Eric Evans. On the defensive side, keep an eye on number 1, not the biggest guy, but a guy that's around the ball, Tom Matte.
He's 5'7", 160, but boy, he can go up and get that ball, makes great contact, knows where the ball is all the time, makes great tackles.
Nick Smith, let's take a look at some of his numbers. 27 tackles on the year. He's got a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. On the Loyola Don side, their impact players start on the offensive side. A very talented receiver. You'll see him catching the ball. Mike Maurer. They call him the guy.
Yes, he does. Averaging about 12 and a half catching. He really is good size, too, Scott. Again, 6'4", 230.
Mike Maurer, one of the favorite targets for the Dons, over 500 receiving yards, a couple of long touchdowns this year, 3 touchdowns on the year. And on the defensive side, Tom, you just need to look at this highlight to find out about number 77, defensive lineman Jack Kenny.
Jack Kenny comes in on the clotheslines. That's what they call the pancake. Knocks him right on his butt.
He is the heart of the defense, 59 tackles on the year, 4.5 sacks, and 4 fumble recoveries. Well, when you break this down, these teams, they've struggled somewhat this year, trying to find the edge in this game and finish the season on a high note. Let's take a look at what the coaches call the keys to this game. For Calvert Hall, Tom, field position, it's always important.
Absolutely, Scott. What you want to do is be able to get good coverage, make sure you get down under the kickoffs, the punts, when you get the ball, you want to be outside that red zone.
Yeah. And win that turnover battle. Last year, Calvert Hall had a 4-0 advantage in the turnover battle. On the Loyola side, number 1 for them, keep the offense on the field. I guess they'd like to shorten up the game.
They want to shorten it up and that's why you have to establish that running game to keep it going.
And then on the defensive side, good tackling, right? Don't let those short passes turn into big games.
That's exactly right. When you get them, wrap them up and make sure you bring them down. That's the key right there.
Coming up, we'll go down on the field. Jamie Costello sizes it up, and then we're ready for kickoff. It's Loyola and Calvert Hall in the annual Turkey Bowl next.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl, brought to you by the Brooks Financial Group. Infinite rewards from finite focus. Frosty Refrigeration Company, a family-owned heating and air conditioning company serving Baltimore, Annapolis, and surrounding areas. The Class Produce Group. For produce in Baltimore, it's class that counts. And Poor Boys Sports, Baltimore's official Orioles and Ravens apparel headquarters.
Today's live streaming on ABC2News.com and ABC2 News apps is brought to you by the United Way of Central Maryland and Loyola Blakefield. We're just about set to kick it off. Let's go down to the field and our colleague Jamie Costello.
Hey,
our turkey on the field. Hey, Jimbo.
Happy rivalry day. We've got Calvert Hall Loyola first, followed by Uncle Tony and Ralph battling over the turkey leg around 3, and the Ravens Steelers tonight. That's why the game's here at Towson for the second time in 3 years. But if you go back in the years, the first game 94 years ago was played at where Walbrook High School stands today. It's also been played at Hopkins, Loyola College, also Old Oriole Park, Memorial Stadium here at Towson, and M&T Bank Stadium. Who's going to be the star here today? Well, Gramps, aunties, brothers, and sisters, sit back and we'll find out, because 50 years from today, we'll still be talking about it. One thing upstairs, Joe Flacco will be watching. He will be seeing 2 high school offenses here today.
Real high school offenses.
Real high school offenses.
And we might see some Wildcat, too, Jamie.
A good shot, Jamie.
We'll be checking in throughout the day here with Jamie Costello down on the field. We're set to go. Calvert Hall will kick it off. Jake Soriano back deep for the Dons in blue. Alex Isaac and Damon Hazelton. Good kick, about 3 yards deep. And it won't be brought out. That's a touchback. Let's take a look at our Brooks Financial starting lineups.
D. Sheridan Hall.
Tyler Kirby, Blue Jay Nation.
Austin Hurdle. D. Sheridan Hall.
Gavin Cahill, Loyola Bluefield Middle School.
Jack Kenny. D. Sheridan Hall.
Connor Moran, Hereford Middle School.
Will D'Angelo, Sacred Heart.
Mike Muir, Loyola Blakefield.
Michael Colgan, St. Joe's Cockeysville.
Damon Hazelton. D. Sheridan Hall.
So the Loyola Dons start on their own 20-yard line. Ben Evans is the quarterback. Damon Hazelton, the running back. It's Hazelton off the right side, and he's stacked up near the 25-yard line.
I got a little lag draw on that one, just a sort of delayed coming out of the backfield.
Let's take a look at our Brooks Financial Group starting lineups.
Mason Phoenix, Stevensville Middle.
Spencer Tiverson, the Immaculate Heart of Mary.
Rashawn Smith, Bluefield German System Academy.
Riley Miller, Immaculate Heart of Mary.
Jair Dorsey, Hammond Middle School.
Kevin Nickel, St. Joseph's Cockeysville.
Stephen Grabowski, St. Michael's Overlook.
Deontay Austin, Cognishan Middle School.
Ron Moran, Old Court Middle School.
Nicholas Smith, St. Bernardine. Wanted McCraig, Dumbarton Middle School.
2nd and 5. Hazelton breaks free across midfield, all the way down near the Calvert Hall 45-yard line. Nick Smith finally runs him out of bounds, but a pickup of 30 yards for Hazelton, the 6'2", 190-pound junior.
And he has great speed. Watch him break through the hole on this one. Comes right through, breaks to the outside, shows that speed. Picks up how many yards on? 30-some yards. Wow, what a great play.
Damon Hazelton had a 97-yard game at North Hartford. 2 touchdowns against Mount St. Joe. Now there's been a penalty tacked on.
You know, after
late hit out of bounds,
late hit out of bounds.
So a huge gain here. Loyola is driving. We should point out Ben Evans at quarterback. Trevor Janoski is not dressed for this game. He has been their starting quarterback. Evans inside handoff to the fullback. That's Colgan. Michael Colgan stacked up after a gain of about 4 yards. Colgan, a 5'11", 185-pound junior.
Scott, just a little draw up there. The guard pulling through there, leading through. Fullback gets right behind him and picks up 4 yards on the play. Good running. You have to follow that blocking. That's the one thing. Those horses in front count the most.
You're looking at Ben Evans looking over to get the play called. He was the starting quarterback in the beginning of the year, played 4 or 5 games, and then gave way. On the option, Evans on the keeper inside the 20 down near the 16-yard line.
First down.
9 yards on the game. That's that read option, Tom.
That's it. And that time he stuck it in there, rode it through, pulled it back out, and picked up 9 yards on the play. Watch this. Great faking. Held that defensive lineman right there in his spot. Went inside of him, picked up the 9 yards.
1st and 10. Evans looking to throw. Comes near side. It's caught at the 10. And down near the 8-yard line on the completion to Mike Muir. We highlighted him in our pregame setup, Tom. Mike Muir, 45 catches, over 555 yards this year.
He's the primary target out there. Got great hands, goes up for the ball, and it was a good high throw on that one. Brought it down, picked up good yards.
Another multi-sport athlete. Muir is going to Drexel to play lacrosse. Straight ahead, that's Kyle Saunders inside the 5.
First down.
Kyle Saunders, a senior, 5'8", 175 pounds, and an impressive opening drive here for Loyola. Remember, Calvert Hall has won the last 4 Turkey Bowls. Loyola lost a heartbreaker last year on a bomb with just over a minute to play. This is Saunders, and he is stacked up. Good defense from Calvert Hall. McGuire Hayes up on the stop. Hayes, a 6 foot, 190-pound junior.
That was just a good solid tackle on that one. Came in, broke through the hole there and made the tackle.
Opening drive of the game. It started back on the Loyola 20-yard line. Evans in the gun.
They should be using my wristband instead of, just looking.
Yeah.
Instead of looking over the sideline here.
Hazelton's a running back set up just to the right of Evans. Evans to Hazelton, fighting for the goal line, and he's stacked up inside the 2. Pickup of about 2 on the play.
Just a little, what they call a lag trap in there where the guard comes through. Fullback just waits a little bit, waits for him to blow out, picks up good yardage on the play. Again, good solid running by Loyola.
3rd and goal, it's a keeper, Evans. He's close, did he get in? There's the signal, touchdown. Ben Evans on the keeper, and Loyola marches right down the field, 80 yards for the opening score in the 94th Turkey Bowl.
And as you see on this play, the quarterback just sort of slides down the line here. Watch how he goes to the left a little bit, sees where the blocking is good, and just powers his way in.
And then look at those guys helping him get in there.
A little push from the back helps.
Damon Hazelton was helping on that push. Gavin Rowley in for the point after. He's 15 of 16 on the year. And boots that one right down the middle. So the Loyola Dons with an impressive opening drive. They go 80 yards to grab a 7-0 lead in the 94th Turkey Bowl. Well, here's the scoring drive. Loyola right down the field. 9 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes, 38 seconds. Evans a 2-yard touchdown, and Hazelton was big. 3 carries for 37 yards, and then that 15-yard penalty. 30-yard run, tack on a 15-yard penalty. That was a big play, Tom.
Yeah, that was because it was a late call, and when he went out of bounds there, and that 15 yards added on really made it a big play.
It's our University of Maryland St. Joseph Medical Center scoring drive. So now Calvert Hall, they'll try to get something going here. Adam Duber will kick off for the Dons. Back deep, Damian Farmer and B.J. Watson. Gets the left foot. Little squib kick, hits up front. We got a scramble, and Loyola says they've recovered. Still no official signal, and there it is. Loyola has the football. So how about that, Tom? You talk about momentum. I'm not sure that was an onside kick. No. It looked like a squib kick. Darren Seward came up with the recovery.
What you have to do on that is you got to get out of the way of the ball, because it's like a squib kick, and it hits the player and bounces off. He has his back to the kickoff team. Got to be always aware for stuff like that.
Yeah, that wasn't an onside kick. No. It was kind of a squib kick. And here's Loyola back in action. Ben Evans brings them up. They're on top 7-0, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. This is Saunders up the middle, and he's down to the 40-yard line.
Picks up 5 on that one.
He got 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Again on the replay, watch how they attack the middle. Good Hope sees it in there, powers back, picks up 4 yards.
Running behind the middle of that offensive line, Austin Hurdle, the center. The guards, Covey and Cahill. Read option. Evans tries to get wide, and he's down near the 36-yard line. Pickup of 3 is going to bring up about 3rd and 3 on the play. Again, the read option, Tom, makes it tough for the defense, right?
Yes, it does. When I was playing quarterback at Ohio State, we had that read option. I had Bob Ferguson. I just rode him down there, and if they went after him, I pulled it out, kept it, went around the corner, just like that. Great play.
4 down territory here. You would think Evans in the gun. Checks out the play call from the Loyola sideline. Read option, hands it off this time to Saunders, and he's got a first down.
Again, Evans with the handoff there is doing a good job faking with the ball, letting it ride, and even after he pulls it out, it looks like he still has it. Here's the replay on it.
4 yards on the gain. Calvert Hall has not run a play on offense yet.
Not a good way to start the game.
Well, what a confidence builder for a Loyola team that went 2-8 this year. They've lost 4 straight Turkey Bowls, and they've come to play early on in this one. This is Saunders, the senior, down near the 30-yard line, a pickup of about 2 on the play. Kyle Saunders' best game was against St. Francis this year. 19 carries for 87 yards. Only averaged 2.7 yards a carry on the season.
But what they're trying to do right here, and that's one of the main goals, is control the tempo of the game. They're running it. They've only thrown, I think, 1 or 2 passes at the max. One pass right now, but they're just continually to run power ball up the front.
And Saunders plows down to about the 35. McGuire Hayes in on the stop for Calvert Hall. That's a pickup of 5.
Loyola's guard up in front, number 68, Tyler Kobe. This guy's 6'1", 275, and he's only a junior. He's blowing them back right now.
John Staub checks in at tight end for Loyola. Ben Evans, the junior quarterback, hands off. Short gain on the play. Saunders stacked up down around the 23. Give him a pickup of 1.
Looks like it'll be about 4th and 2, Scott.
Well, big play here, Tom. Yes. Early in the game, you got a 7-0 lead.
Go for it.
Yeah, Calvert Hall, obviously. Inside of 35 yards, they said, for Gavin Rowley's field goal range, but 4th and short.
I'd take a chance. This early in the game, I'd take a shot at it.
Kyle Saunders now 7 carries for 22 yards. Big play here, 4th down and 2. Evans rolling to his right. He's pressured, in trouble, and loses the football. It's picked up by Calvert Hall. Look out. Could go. The Cardinals have picked up the football, and Montez McCray takes it in for a touchdown. 68 yards on the play.
Unbelievable play. And they still haven't been on offense yet.
Loyola would have lost the ball on downs, but Evans, heavy pressure from Kevin Nickel, coughs it up, and here comes Montez McCray running right at you. The 6'1", 180-pound junior takes it all the way, and now Calvert Hall looking to tie this game up.
You talk about big plays and big breaks. That is one of the biggest.
What was one of the keys to the game? Turnovers, right?
Turnovers.
Donald Davis. Call that one. Jake Soriano on for the point after. Snap a little high. Soriano boots it up. Kick is good, and we are tied at 7. So a game-changing play there. Calvert Hall runs in a fumble, and we're tied at 7. 4:30 to play in the first quarter of the 94th Turkey Bowl. Congratulations to 30 lucky folks who received gift cards from Poor Boy Sports in our fan giveaway. Poor Boy Sports is Baltimore's official Orioles and Ravens apparel headquarters with locations in Dundalk, Parkville, Abingdon, and the newest location in Glen Burnie. Well, Tom, Maddie, there are usually 2 or 3 plays. There's Mel Kiper, Calvert Hall alum, enjoying that last play. There are usually 2 or 3 plays in a football game that can change the course of a game, and you'd have to think that could be one, Tom.
Boy.
4th and short, 7-0 lead, all Loyola up to that point, and suddenly McCray takes a fumble return, 68 yards.
And Calvert Hall hasn't run one play from scrimmage from the offensive side of the board yet, and it's absolutely amazing. You got to protect the ball. He's hanging it out there. He got to protect the ball. That's one of the keys of the game here, is protecting that football.
Soriano kicking with the wind into the end zone. That's a touchback. That'll come out to the 20-yard line, and Loyola will go back on offense. We might play a quarter here with Calvert Hall not having the ball on offense.
I don't know if that's ever happened. Has that ever happened before?
What do I look like?
Encyclopedia. You look like a bookend.
Well, the turkey is in the oven. Reading some of the bios from the players. Some of these kids will be at the Ravens-Steeler game tonight, so they play the biggest game of their lives. They go home and have some family turkey, and
they go down and pray that the Ravens can beat the Steelers.
Evans in the gun on the keeper. Short gain, tripped up around the 21-yard line by Kevin Nickel. Now, Nickel made the big play. He forced that fumble that McCray turned into a touchdown. Kevin Nickel, 6'2", 205-pound senior linebacker.
Good size, good speed for him.
Just over 4 minutes to play. First quarter, we're tied at 7. Van Evans getting instructions from the Loyola bench. Evans sets, good time, looking to throw on the slant, just a little too high as he tried to get it to Will D'Angelo on a crossing pattern.
A little too high, and it tipped up in the air with the opportunity for that safety to come up and pick that thing off. Keep that ball down. Thrown into the wind, the ball has a tendency to rise on you.
Evans had some good numbers, Tom. He was the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year. Good completion percentage, but too many interceptions. He turned the ball over a little too much.
Yeah, he had about 3 in about 3 games or 4 games, 3 interceptions. And can't win football games when you have those kind of turnovers.
Evans pressured, gets it away. Nearly intercepted. Intended for Nate Leishier. Calvert Hall got their hand. There's Donald Davis, head coach of the Cardinals, former Calvert Hall player. Jake Barwick in to punt. So back-to-back good defensive series for Calvert Hall. They score a touchdown on a fumble return, and now they force a 3-and-out. Russell Neverdon
kicking into the wind here.
Oh, and it's blocked. Punt is blocked by Will Smith, and it'll be Calvert Hall ball on about the 2-yard line. Nick Smith blocked the punt. He was one of our impact players, Tom. Before the game, we said he's around the ball a lot. And boy, was he around at that time. The 5'7", 160-pound senior.
And his speed that he has. See, what he did, he makes a great move to the inside. Looks like he's going to go outside, cuts across, goes where the ball's being kicked, not at the kicker. That was a great play.
Timeout on the field. We're tied at 7. Nick Smith with the big play blocks the punt for Calvert Hall. Need to check out their grade point averages, right? On a cold day. Calvert Hall in the Class Produce Group red zone here after the block punt, Tom, and they're getting ready to run their first offensive play of the game.
Well, you take a look at it. Loyola's had 19 plays, 78 yards, a 4.1 average. Calvert Hall, this is their first play they've had this quarter. They may have 14 points in one play.
Kenji Bahar is the quarterback. They line up with a full house backfield. Bahar hands off, right side, touchdown. Kevin Thomas, the sophomore, behind the right side of the offensive line. Malik Montague and Trevor Beam.
And watch the replay on this. Everybody's leading through the hole. Back makes a great cut back to the inside and powers through and gets the touchdown. One play, 14-7.
Was Kevin Nickel on the carry, and Kevin Nickel having a big game. Nickel forced the fumble, and now that led to a touchdown. Now he scores a touchdown. Soriano's point after is up and good, and the Calvert Hall Cardinals are on top just like that, 14-7. Well, quick turn of events, Tom. Loyola gets the opening kickoff. They drive 80 yards down the field. They get the ball back, have another drive fairly deep into Calvert Hall territory. There you see Donald Davis, the head coach in his 7th year at Calvert Hall, and he's got to be excited about the big plays his team has made to take the lead. Let's go down to the sidelines to our Jamie Costello. Jamie?
On this Thanksgiving Day, we give thanks for being the presence of Van Brooks. He was 16 when he never got up off a football field. That was 9 years ago, Van. You believe it?
Long time.
Time ago. Now I heard good things. You're taking steps.
I am. I'm just 25 now. Left at the gym.
You feeling good?
I am. It's coming along great.
What's it like to be back here for this Turkey Bowl for you, Van? I know you did it last year. You left the team out of the M&T Bank Stadium. What's it like to be back?
Well, it's a time for me to reflect on everything I've been through and where I am now, and just to be thankful for everything.
Inspiration to all. You know that? You give us hope, man. You give us hope. Van Brooks, everybody.
Jamie, pretty interesting because we gave the kids kind of a brochure and asked some of the players who inspired them, and several wrote Van Brooks from Loyola. So he's having an impact on these kids 9 years later. They know his story. Alex Isaac on the return for Loyola, got a gap. Still on his feet up to the 40 and finally spun down at the 44-yard line. A nice return from Alex Isaac.
And I'll tell you, Scott, full speed ahead, just ran there, 44 yards on the play. That was just terrific turn. Watch how he puts the afterburners on this replay. He just catches that ball, has one direction, right up the middle. Gets some good blocks in front of him. Bounced around, he got hit a couple times, and kept the momentum going, babe.
Jake Soriano, the kicker, in on the stopper. That might have been 6. A lot of big plays in this game.
So far.
Fumble return for a touchdown, a block punt. Our University of Maryland St. Joseph Medical Center scoring drive. One play, 3 yards. Didn't take long, 7 seconds. Nickel, a 3-yard run. Oh, look out. Nearly lost the handle. Penalty markers down.
Got a holding penalty, looks like.
Biafra Okaranko on the carry for the Dons. See what the flag is.
Oh, block in the back.
Hank Muzon, the referee, with the call.
$15-yard penalty. Boy, that's tough to make up after that.
10. I think it's 10, yeah.
They moved it back 15.
Some confusion now. The officials trying to team up. Ball marked at 32 right now.
Yeah, that's 15 yards.
They moved it up a yard. 33. Hazelton, the running back. Ben Evans, captain for this game, is at quarterback. And they run a little wildcat that time with Hazelton taking the snap. It wasn't Evans, it was Damon Hazelton. 4 yards on the game. That's a high school offense.
That's a high school. Can you believe? High school offense? No. I think it's trying to screw up the defense a little bit. Getting them thinking out there.
2nd and 22. This is Evans in the gun, looks to the near sideline to get the play call. 4 wideouts. Hazelton, the running back, gets the handoff. Runs into some early trouble, but he's stacked up right near the line of scrimmage. 1 yard on the game. Good penetration from Calvert Hall that time.
Defensively, they're making the charge. They're shooting the gaps in between there. It really does a good job getting in there into the backfield.
Linebacker Stephen Grebolewski up there on the stop. Probably the Hall's top linebacker. Grebolewski, 6'1", 215-pound senior.
The Hall now going to sort of more of a prevent defense with third and long yardage right here. They're only three-man rush, Scott.
Evans with plenty of time. Now rolls to his right, still looking. Uh-oh. A lot of hang time on this one, and it's incomplete. Mike Muir was the intended receiver, but Tom, that one looked like a punt coming downfield, right?
Well, you're thrown into the wind, and you get a lofted ball up there. That just hung up there forever, and it was more of a good defensive play by Loyola knocking it down than it was an offensive play.
Nigel Hill. So the Dons will punt.
And they're coming after it again, it looks like, Scott. They got everybody up in the line of scrimmage.
Jake Barwick's first punt was blocked. They rush 10 again. Look out. Heavy pressure down the middle. Was that deflected, Tom? I'm not sure.
I don't know, but it looked.
And there was some good pressure in the ball.
Great pressure.
Rolls dead down near the 30-yard line. 31 yards on the punt. 1:05 to play in the quarter.
And again, Calvert Hall putting the pressure on in the punting game in there, coming with all those guys up right up the middle, and almost
I thought
gets
that
a
was
block.
going to be blocked.
I thought it was too.
There's penetration up the middle. Part of the crowd here on a cold, sunny Thanksgiving morning at Johnny Unitas Stadium. Now the game usually played at M&T Bank Stadium, but 2 years ago and again this year with the Ravens having a home Thanksgiving game, the game switched here to Johnny Unitas Stadium.
And Johnny Unitas, what a great guy, what a great friend.
Long teammate.
Long teammate, and I'll tell you one thing, I hope his family have a wonderful holiday.
Bahar, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun, hands it off. Farmer's in trouble, and he's dropped for a loss back near the 25. There's Jack Kenny, one of the top players for the Dons. We got a late flag down here, some pushing and shoving going on after the play, and the penalty marker's down. Let's sort this one out. Loss on the play back to the 26.
Looks like it might be on the Dons.
Let's check it out, see what happened here, Tom. After the play, some pushing going on. Oh, look over on the right there. You saw a player go down late. And it looks like it was number 32 for Loyola. Alex Paff maybe drew the penalty. So 15 yards instead of a
loss.
Second down and 15. Yeah, they lost 5 on that play.
Yeah, and they're going to have a first down.
Let's take a look at our Brooks Financial Group starting lineups.
Mac Hardeman, McGallville, Lady of Hope, St. Luke's School.
Malik Montague, Commodore John Rogers.
Trevor Beam, Boys Latin, Eric Evans, St. Ursula.
Russell Nevedon, the St. William Field.
Morgan Sprague, the Stadium School.
Lawrence Cager, the Roland Park Middle School.
Damian Farmer, McLaughlin Middle School.
Kenny Bahar, Black Raven Academy.
So it's a first down after the penalty. Calvert Hall with a 14-7 lead. Final minute of the first quarter here of the 94th Annual Turkey Bowl. Bahar looking to throw. Throws it near side, complete. And tackled at the 48-yard line is Morgan Scroggins, the sophomore. Let's take a look at our defense in our Brooks Financial Group starting lineups.
Matt Gillespie, Boys Latin. Jack Kenny, the Sheridan Hall.
Tyler Kirby, Blue Jay Nation.
Jake Nordhausen, Tabsco Middle School. Ben Evans, St. John's. Jack Hurley, Sheridan Hall.
Darren Seward Jr., Sheridan Hall.
Ryan Gallagher, St. Louis School.
Alex Isaac, West Middle Blue Jays.
Alex Paff, the Blue Jay Nation.
Chase Harmon, Limekiln Middle School.
Farmer's the running back. Runs into the stack and then kicks it outside. He's got some running room. Cuts it back in. Nice move there. 25-20. 10-5. Penalty markers down. Finally knocked down at about the 2-yard line. But a flag is down, and it's coming back.
Great balance by the running back on that one. He does a great job and just tiptoes the sideline going all the way down there, Scott, showing great speed.
Not going to count, though. This one's coming back. It's like the first quarter is over as well, but we'll get the penalty call here. So a legal block in the back. Brings it back.
Loyola finally gets a break.
That's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row.
One on time down here, even though the time has expired.
Again, that thing was plugged up on the replay here. He just breaks to the outside, makes a great move back inside, shows the speed that he has going down the sideline, tiptoeing that sideline, gets all the way down.
Put a move on Alex Isaac. It looked like he had him closed in and gave him that inside move. So one on-time play because of the penalty. I guess that's a factor with the win.
Yeah.
Officials huddling up still, both teams on the sidelines.
Probably trying to get warm.
Went 12 minutes on the clock. I'm not sure if we do have an on-time play, Tom.
Yeah.
It almost looks to me like the quarter has ended.
Yeah.
But Hank Mouzon made the announcement, one on-time play. Maybe Jamie can get word down there.
All kinds of signals going on down there.
I know at the end of the half and the end of the game, you'd have one on-time play.
But not maybe
not sure at the end of a quarter, Sometimes high school rules
do vary.
Jamie's checking it out. He's okay. There will be an on-time down, right? Our man on the field, Jamie Costello. You look at Donald Davis, what a job he's done at Calvert Hall.
Down, here we go. We'll play this, and then we'll end the first quarter right here.
We got one on-time play. Okay, thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
Referee, official supervisor, Jamie Costello. Kenji Bahar in the gun. His running back is Damian Farmer. They stack the wide receivers to the right side. Bahar looking to throw, now runs up the middle. Outside at the 40 and pushed out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A little short of the first down, and that will end the first quarter. No flags down here. We played a quarter. Calvert Hall leads Loyola 14-7 after one in the 94th Turkey Bowl. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Let's take a look at our Kelly and Associates Insurance Group stats after the first quarter. Loyola with some nice numbers up there, Tom, but kind of the story of two big plays, right?
Two big plays, a blocked punt and
fumble return.
And a fumble return for the touchdown. And that's whenever you have those things turn against you, and that's one of the keys to the game is keeping the turnovers down.
Today's live streaming on ABC2News.com and ABC2 apps is brought to you by United Way of Central Maryland and Loyola Blakefield. Calvert Hall with the football. They've got a 14-7 lead. Bahar looking to throw. Penalty marker down, throws deep downfield, out of bounds, incomplete. Russell never down the intended receiver. May have a holding call here, flag down in the backfield.
Holding, yes, on Calvert Hall. You can see it when you're throwing the ball on that play, Scott, when you see the quarterback throw that ball. When you're throwing into the wind, what happens, that ball just sort of rises up. It just floats around up there. Unless you have that tight spiral like Flacco does. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yeah.
That's what the yard.
Not the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not 15, yeah.
Donald Davis, former Calvert Hall player, played college football at Johns Hopkins. 30-14 in 4 years at Cardinal Gibbons before he took over with Calvert Hall. He's now 49-31 with the Cardinals. He's won 4 straight Turkey Bowls. 2nd and 21. Bahar pitched to the near side. Nothing going there as Farmer's dumped just across the 45-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play.
That was just good defense there. Came up, quick pitch to the outside up there, and the linebacker came up and did a great job of coming up there and making the tackle on it. Watch this play.
Darren Seward, number 55. Watch him maintain position, beats the block.
And again, the football position, getting that belt buckle there, your head right in there, makes a great tackle on the play.
3rd and 22, Calvert Hall on their own 46-yard line, just underway in the second quarter. Cardinals with a 14-7 lead. Bahar from the gun, and does that delay a game? Let's see. Yeah, I think we got a delay. So we went almost a quarter without a flag, and now
we got them all.
Several. Yeah.
Well, this is probably the longest third down situation that I can ever remember.
It's 3rd and a bunch. 3rd and about 27.
3rd and 27, short first down situation.
Maybe you run a draw or something. You're trying to get 7-8 yards just to prove your field position, right?
Right.
You don't want to take another sack.
Well, you're kicking into the wind, too, so you just don't want to take any chances on it.
Farmer, the running back, set to the right of quarterback Kenji Bahar, the junior. Bahar, heavy pressure, hit just as he released the football, and it's incomplete. Big pass rush from Jake Nordhausen. Nordhausen coming off the right end. And watch him get to the quarterback, Kenji Bahar, right there.
He's an 11th grader. He's 6'4", 196, good size. Still growing into that big body. That was great pressure put on, and just hits him just as he's letting the ball go. This should give pretty good field position.
Alex Isaac standing back around his own 23-yard line for the Jake Soriano punt. Soriano handles the place kicking and the punting for Calvert Hall. His dad, a Calvert Hall alum, hit field goals of 42 and 41 yards this year, so he's got a strong leg. And another delay of game. Wow.
Right.
So now it's 4th and 32.
Wow.
2 delay of games against the Cardinals here. Donald Davis talking to the official over on the far sideline. Wondering if he's getting a quick clock. Snap back to Soriano. Little floater, and takes a good bounce, and that doesn't make midfield. So
that looks like it might have been tipped, Scott.
Only 13 yards on that punt. So Loyola with great field position. They trail in this one 14-7. 10:46 to play first half.
Congratulations to the varsity water polo team and head coach Mark Rich, class of 2004, for winning their 10th overall MIAA championship. We salute the robotics team under the direction of Renee Brown and Steve Borer. Junior Chris Eiler and seniors Danny Kumpf and Nathan Wyand earned the Excellence and Driver Skills Challenge Awards. Freshman Casey Borer, Jack Kessel, Nick Nemphos and Nick Townsley took home the Design Award. Congratulations again to the Calvert Hall College champions.
Some of the fans here, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. 14-7, Calvert Hall in the Turkey Bowl. Some heavy pressure on that last punt led to a 13-yard punt. Larkin applying the pressure. This is Hazelton. Good room for him. He's tripped up as he crosses the 40. down near the 37-yard line for a first down. 13 yards on the pickup from Damon Hazelton.
Almost breaks this wide open here again. It's a little lag draw here. Comes back in, finds a hole to the outside, breaks up the middle, and it's a shoestring tackle. That's what they call it.
Deontay Austin
comes up with the big play.
Tom Brand Hall, the Loyola coach, saying that they're working with Hazelton. He's 6'2", 190. They want him to run with his pads a little lower, but they like the way he looks in that backfield. Evans, the quarterback, lines up in the shotgun. Loyola trying to tie this game up. They trail by 7. Evans pressured, in trouble, and down he goes, sacked all the way back at the 45-yard line. Plenty of pressure from Calvert Hall. Spencer Tubison gets the sack. It's a loss of 17 yards on the play.
Wow.
Tubison had help. There were 2 or 3 guys that had him hemmed in.
Here's a replay on it. And again, he's trying to get to the outside, sees the pressure, comes back to the inside, boom, gets tackled in the backfield. Big loss on that play.
Tubison did a good job of containing the edge, right? Wouldn't let him get outside. Saunders now the running back. Gets the handoff and maybe a yard, not much.
Not much at all. Little lag draw again in there, riding him down with the belly series, and doesn't pull it back out because he'd have gotten nailed. The defensive end was right there.
Third and a bunch. They have to get inside the 30-yard line for a first down, all the way down to the 28.
They're going to get a delay of game unless they get this play off pretty quick.
We had a couple on the last drive by Calvert Hall.
Well, on that last drive, Calvert Hall had 28 yards on 3 penalties.
That'll change field position.
Yes, it does.
And there's the delay. Oh, they take the timeout.
They take the timeout. Penalties right here. Calvert Hall 5 for 53 and Loyola 2 for 25. Can't make big mistakes like they're making right now. This is
timeout with 8:40 to play. Tom, we said second time in the last 3 years we played the game here, but it is a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Last year the seats about 11,000 here at Johnny U. They had over 10,000 today. A good turnout on a cold day. It is a good atmosphere for this game.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the sidelines. Jamie's down there.
Flags right. Billy Carew, there you are. Now, Bill's daughter, Kate, is watching right now, streaming live. She's watching in Alaska. Kodiak, Alaska is warmer than we are right now. Can you believe that?
Yes,
also,
I can.
A couple other notes. Mel Kiper's going into the Calvert Hall Hall of Fame. How about that?
How about that?
Melly Mel, way to go. Robbie Davis texted me and said, hey, my cousin, Robbie, of course, runs Robbie's first base. And he said, give some love to my cousin, Donald. I said, we're all related today. And also, Doug Piper's watching from Newport, Rhode Island. Paul Turner from Sparks, Nevada. And also, I got some more notes here for you in a minute.
We'll come back, James. Heavy pressure, and Evans just spikes the ball into the ground. A flag is down. I think that'll be intentional grounding. I don't think it was a fumble. I think he just spiked it into the ground.
Unnecessary roughness maybe on the quarterback.
Jair Dorsey applied the pressure. Let's see how this sorts out.
Flag for intentional grounding out here.
Evans is saying, hey, I threw the football, but I think we're going to have a grounding call. Obviously under pressure from Dorsey, he just turfed it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! He threw the ball! He threw the football! What? It's fourth down. It's fourth down. Punt!
All right, let's sort this out here, Tom.
I think it's just a forward pass.
Yeah.
He was trying to throw it to the halfback. There's a back to there. So I guess he got away with one on that one.
If I'm on the Calvert Hall side, yeah, he threw it left-handed.
Yeah.
If I'm on the Calvert Hall side, I want intentional grounding there.
Yes, yeah, I do too. You got to be kidding me. I could hear that sideline talk.
Yeah.
Huh?
Barwick back to punt now. It's 4th and 24. Game's kind of come to a standstill here. Not much is going on the clock.
And a lot of mistakes.
Well, in these windy conditions, you don't take anything for granted. Long snappers, tough job. Barwick gets it off. Decent punt and a tackle immediately as Russell Neverdon grabbed the punt. He was buried. That's what you call special teams play. Chase Harmon downfield, and what a terrific coverage play by him.
Boy, that was great coverage down there. Good concentration by the receiving back there. And I'll tell you, he was nailed.
Yeah, Russell Neverdon, he never had a chance that time. Timeout on the field. Calvert Hall on top of Loyola, 14-7 in the 94th Turkey Bowl. Sun is out, but it is a breezy, cold day. You see Mel Kiper just over there on the left side of your screen. Mel going to be inducted into the Calvert Hall Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Big supporter of the Calvert Hall program.
He's a big supporter of football, period.
Absolutely.
He's a great guy.
Was involved in the search committee when Donald Davis was hired as the Hall's head coach, now in his 7th year. Farmers, the running back. Calvert Hall starts inside their own 20. Cardinals on top 14-7, second quarter. Scott Garceau, Tom Matte wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. And they pitch it out to Farmer. See his quickness and speed, but Loyola does a nice job maintaining the edge. Tackle near the 20-yard line by Chase Harmon. Harmon just had that nice play on the punt, Tom, and makes another nice play there. The free safety.
Makes a great play. Again, this is a pitch out back outside. You can see the speed Farmer has getting around the corner out there. And before, good defense by Loyola coming up and making a solid tackle.
Ball just across the 20, second down and 7. Harmon showing some emotion. 5'11", 160-pound senior, 39 tackles on the year. Kenji Bahar in the gun. Now Farmer shifts to his left. In motion, it's Russell Neverdon. Bahar looking to run, and he gets buried. Big pressure right up the middle. Darren Seward, the sophomore linebacker, there for the sack.
That's one of my. Watch this replay on this one. This is a 5-yard sack on this, and he comes right up the middle. I mean, just great pressure, beats the block, makes the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, he got by the block of Farmer. And those quarterbacks sometimes only as good as the running backs blocking for him. Tom, you had to do that and protect John Unitas sometimes.
You didn't want to come back to the huddle if you missed that block, I can tell you that.
Would you get the look?
Oh, you just get the look. No screaming at you, just say, he'd say to me, he said, you want to play quarterback today? And I said, no. He said, you better start blocking.
3rd and 13 from the 14 for Calvert Hall. Cardinals on top, 14-7. Bahar throws the slant. It's complete. Across the 25 and close to the first down marker, the tight end, Eric Evans.
Good, solid throw. A little slant pattern to the inside on that one. Good, solid throw by the quarterback. Watch how he breaks it off here. Real quick slant. Comes in, boom. Top.
Evans does get the first down, and you're proud of him because he's going to be an Ohio State Buckeye, right?
Yes, he's going to play lacrosse there. And my big brother, Joe Berwanger from Ohio State, was a captain on the lacrosse team at fraternity. Yeah. Brings back a lot of memories. They've really improved the program at Ohio State in lacrosse.
Big play there. They would have been punting deep in their own territory. 3rd and long conversion keeps the drive alive. From the gun, Bahar looking to throw, rolls right, throws over the middle. Good catch. The 24-yard line.
That was even better than a good catch. That was a great catch. Picks up 6 yards on the play. Reaches out, extends his body out there, pulls that down. Watch how he gets it. Scroggins comes over the middle. Boom. I mean, that's a really good catch there.
With great coverage. I mean, there was that window, Ben Evans on the coverage, that window was pretty small, and Bahar got it in there.
He got it right in there. Good hands coming across there. And Scroggins' kid's got good hands.
A little over 5 minutes to play first half. Calvert Hall with the ball in the lead. Cardinals on top 14-7. Calvert Hall 3-8 on the season, but none of that matters today. Today is a season in its own. Never done. Can't get that one rolling. Good penetration. A loss of a yard on the play. Seward is having a big game. The linebacker, Darren Seward.
He got the penetration in the backfield and just stopped the play dead cold right there. Tried to make a cutback on it, but Seward makes a tackle on it.
So a sack on this series for Seward. Now a tackle for loss.
It's a big third down situation. Third about 4, Scott. Loyola's got to come up with a big defensive play. Get back in this ball game.
Not going to get the first down there. Scroggins stacked up. Pickup of 2. That's about 3 short of the first down. And Calvert Hall will have to send the punt team on.
They'll have plenty of time left. 4:14 remaining in the first half. And kicking into the wind, this should give Loyola pretty good field position.
Little wildcat there as they ran Scroggins in and took the snap. There's the guys still looking for their shirts.
I'm glad that's not one of my sons or grandsons.
Alex Isaac back to return the punt from Jake Soriano. You got to get the snap back there. You got to get the punt off. You don't take anything for granted.
Not on a day like today.
Low line drive. Isaac handles it at the 35, comes near side, cuts back to the middle, and then gets hammered at the 42-yard line. 7 yards on the return.
And a good return. Handled that ball, bobbled it a little bit, but then makes a good move. Cuts back to the inside.
So Ben Evans and the Loyola offense go back to work. We got a timeout. 3:36 left in the first half. Loyola with the football, trailing 14-7. Let's take a look at our Kelly & Associates Insurance Group play of the first half. Tom Loyola up 7-0, driving, but Nickel with the pressure forces the fumble, and there goes Juantez McCray.
I'll tell you one thing, all the way, picks that ball up, takes it in the end zone, and that was a big deciding factor play in this first half, no question about it.
Yeah, it looked like Loyola might be up 14-0, instead McCray for the touchdown, 68 yards, tied the game at 7, big momentum swing.
Absolutely.
Calvert Hall on top now, 14-7, but Loyola with the football. They got a chance here late in the second half to drive and tie this game up. Evans under center, hands it off. It's Hazelton, ball down. Calvert Hall says they have it. Still on piling, pulling players apart down the bottom. Part of tug of war going on down there. Calvert Hall has it. Steven Revelewski on the bottom of the pile with the football. The senior linebacker. They call him Stevie, probably the team's top linebacker. He comes up with the fumble here late in the first half. Let's see on the replay if we can see where this fumble falls out. Saunders gets hit right there.
Right. Good tackle. The ball pops right out. Talk about deciding plays. These guys, Calvert Hall's coming up with the key plays that are making the big ones that giving them opportunity to have a field position and score.
There's your turnovers. Remember, also a blocked punt, too, for Calvert Hall. So, a couple of fumble recoveries and a blocked punt. Bahar under center on first down. The handoff straight ahead to Farmer. Not much there as he's stacked up at the 40-yard line. Pickup of 2.
And again, they're just going to try to probably eat the clock up on this, keep the drive alive.
Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun. Farmer, the running back. Oliver, the fullback, in motion. Bahar looking to throw, completes it to his fullback.
Good coverage by Loyola on that one. Just a rollout out there, tight end just doing a real diagonal pattern to the sideline, but the defensive back and the linebacker comes through.
Just a yard on the play. You saw Oliver go in motion, the fullback, and that's who they threw it to. 5'11", 210-pounder, but good coverage. Loyola out there with 2 defenders, Tom.
Yep, right on top of it, and good wrap-up. That's what you got to do.
Clock running, 2:10 to play in the half. Bahar with the snap. Here comes the pressure up the middle. Rolls to his right. Throws, it's picked out. Loyola's Chase Harmon with the interception. Still up at the 40. Looking for a block. Now he fumbles. It's loose and Calvert Hall has it back. Chase Harmon with a pick, a great return, but he fumbled, and I believe Calvert Hall has recovered.
Calvert Hall comes up with it, bounces all over the field.
Oh, what a break. Harmon with a great break on that pass, jumped in there. Russell Neverdon, the intended receiver. Oh, Neverdon with the fumble recovery.
Well, let's see what the officials have not said yet.
Trevor Beam going off with his helmet off. He's upset. There you see Beam and his head coach trying to calm him down, Donald Davis. Harmon with a nice interception, but lost the handle, and Calvert Hall has the football. So the first turnover of the day for Calvert Hall, and the third turnover for Loyola. Double turnover. Nice pick.
Boy, what a great pick. Coming to the inside on the replay here.
And a good return.
And a great return, and he just has the ball stripped. And
I think it was Oliver who maybe made the tackle that forced the fumble. And you know what, Tom? He fundamentally did the right thing. Watch him change hands here.
Yeah.
As he comes inside. He got it back to the right hand to get it away from the tackler. No, it wasn't Oliver. It was 77. Jack Kenny.
The one thing that you learn when you're going after a fumble is don't try to pick it up and run it. Make sure you have it before. And Loyola had the opportunity to pick it up on that one and didn't do it.
Let's give credit to Drew Devaney.
Yep.
That's a big lineman, 240 pounds downfield, running down a small defensive back and forcing that fumble.
Yeah.
Real good hustle play.
Good hustle play is right.
Let's go down to Jamie.
All right, a couple of quick notes here. Scott, you're involved in this one. George Young up for the Hall of Fame in Canton. Former Calvert Hall great. Tommy, you knew him at the Baltimore Colts.
He was our offensive line
to get him
coach.
into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And also, we lost Tom Clancy, a Loyola alum who went to Loyola College, and of course he became famous with the author. The library is really dedicated to Tom Clancy. You can go in there at Loyola and see all of his works. And he was a big donor here at Loyola, and he always watched this Turkey Bowl on ABC too. So 2 guys here that we will remember today.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jamie. It's not a little cold down there. Come on up on the roof. It's a lot warmer up here.
It's really a lot warmer up here, Jamie.
You hardly feel the wind. Penalty marker down. Farmer, short gain out over on the right side. Put a flag down. Hank moves on.
It's like a holding penalty again.
Holding against the Hall, right, Tom?
Yep. Everybody's getting a little chipper out there. Got 1:22 remaining in the first half here.
That last play kind of typical of what we've seen. Some nice plays, but not always good results, right? Because you had a terrific interception and return by Harmon, but then in the end, a hustle play.
The interception was that pickoff was absolutely perfect. I mean, he broke right on the ball.
And eventually, Tom, I think if we go back and look at the play that Drew Devaney made, a 240-pound lineman that didn't give up on the play, ran it all the way back down and made that hit to force the fumble from Chase. That's one of the outstanding plays we're going to see in that game. A guy who didn't give up on a play. A lot of times you might see a lineman just hang back.
Yeah, hang back because they know they're not going to catch it. This guy was down the field, and that's what you got to do.
Play snap to whistle, right?
You got to play the 60 minutes. You know, there's no question about it.
Well, we had a great game last year. If you remember, Tom, it was tied, and with what I think a minute 12, a minute 15 to go, Calvert Hall hit a, what was it, 83-yard pass? Yeah, 83-yard pass, Kuhn to Logan Couric. The game was tied at 14 with 1:20 left, and who knows, we could be heading for another one of those kind of games this year.
That play was fantastic last year. I mean, it was unbelievable what they came through with it.
I was looking at the series history, Tom, and we talked about Calvert Hall. Now they won 4 straight. Well, Loyola won 6 straight before that. Calvert Hall won 3 straight before that. And Loyola won 11 straight before that. Seems like it's runs in this thing. Bahar under center on 2nd down and 10, and it looks like we had some movement.
Encroachment defense, huh? Not allowed to get back.
Don's jumped across. Tyler Covey, maybe a little quick. This is 6'1", 275-pound junior nose guard.
That's a big boy.
So are you, if you're Donald Davis, you're going to be fairly conservative here? You're going to try to get something?
Absolutely be conservative.
Go for a big play, or just take your 14-7 in, right?
I'm going to take my 14-7, go in the locker room, come on out.
Fairly conservative there. Right. Farmer into the line of scrimmage. Clock stopped with 1:13 to play.
Timeout, Loyola.
Yep.
1:13 remaining. Stop it right after the play started.
Well, Brant Hall says, hey, let's play some defense and see if we can force a turnover or get the ball back and do something down 7. Here you see some young Don fans, and over on the Calvert Hall side, some sunshine. Stadium isn't packed, Tom, but there's a lot of people standing on the perimeter.
This is a great stadium. I mean, Towson has become a real powerhouse, I think. They've done such a great job, and I've had the opportunity to meet the president, and she's done such a great job with this university. And I think that it's this field right here is fantastic. I mean,
well, CQ Arena across the street, the new basketball arena, is fantastic too. Let's check back in with Jamie.
Oh, if Jamie's down there, we'll check in with him.
All right, we're back to action. On the ground, Ben Oliver. Some tough running there. Trying to knock some tacklers back. Oliver, the 210-pound sophomore, gets it up near the 45-yard line. Let's see there.
That's a first down, too.
Yeah.
So they can eat the clock up right now.
Mark it on the 43-yard line. Clock running. A minute left in the first half.
Well, let's see if they are conservative or if they may try to go for it. They're spreading them out a lot.
3 wideouts you see to the bottom of your screen. Kenji Bahar in the gun. Rolls to the near side. Throws to the sideline. It's complete at the 50-yard line. Russell Neverdon. Clock continues to run down to 30 seconds.
And again, just a quick out to the outside. Direct snap. Picks up 8 yards on the play, but it's a good solid throw. Looked like he stepped out of bounds.
That's
there.
what I thought too, yeah. That back foot in my...
Situation
Well, Loyola, no, they won't stop the clock now. And Calvert Hall seems content to maybe just run a play and call it a half. Bahar back to throw. Throws long. His arm is hit and it falls incomplete.
And the flag's on the play.
3 seconds left. Flag down, good pressure. Bahar couldn't, I think they wanted to throw it deep, but his arm was hit as he threw the football.
You know, why not? You know, the play is going to end the half if he catches the ball. It was a good decision. Let's see.
Looks like the penalty was declined. Is that what it said?
Do you want it? Take it back.
Okay, illegal shift.
Yeah.
He'll take the penalty. Calvert Hall band getting in place here. Loyola took the opening kickoff, drove 80 yards here, up 7-0, and looking for more when Calvert Hall ran a fumble back 68 yards to tie it, and then Nickel with a 1-yard run made it 14-7, all the scoring in the first quarter. It's probably the final play of the half here. Bahar under pressure, all the way back to his own 20. Now guns it upfield, and it is incomplete. Couldn't hang on.
Either one.
Incomplete. And that'll end the first half. So pretty entertaining first half.
Yes, it has been. A lot of turnovers, a lot of big mistakes, and some big plays, Scott.
So both teams made some plays. I guess ball security, and Donald Davis mentioned that in his keys to the game, turnovers, and that'll probably tell the story in the second half, right, Tom? Who can take care of the football?
Who can take care of the football? There's, it's a cold day out there, a little bit of breeze, which is really affecting the football as far as throwing it and kicking it. So it's you'd like to have the field to win with you.
We mentioned the big play in the first half, and there was Loyola up 7-0, driving to go up 14-0. When McCray picked up that fumble, brought it back 68 yards. That's our Coach Buzz's Coach's Corner, brought to you by Salvo Auto Parts. Now to Jamie.
All right, Coach, turnovers. That's the game here.
Absolutely. It's something that I thought was one of the keys to the game, us establishing field position and forcing turnovers. If we hadn't, we'd be in some tough spots right now, but because we put ourselves in good position, we just got to limit our turnovers in the second half.
How about that interception by Loyola, and you got it right back? That was a turning point.
Absolutely. Our guys hustled. I'm glad they didn't give up on the play. That sort of thing will ultimately, in the end, help you. It may not look like it right at the moment, but in the end, it can be the difference in the game.
All right, Donald Davis, head coach of the Calvert Hall Cardinals, up 14-7 at the half. We'll see you in a second.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be right back. More on the Turkey Bowl here on ABC2.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl, brought to you by Kelly & Associates Insurance Group, presenting Kelly Exchange, your individual and family health insurance solution. Visit kellyexchange.com. Charles A. Klein & Sons, serving your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs for 38 years. Prime Lending, national strength, local expertise. And the University of Maryland St. Joseph Medical Center.
Welcome back. It's halftime. The Calvert Hall band on the field as you look at some of the Loyola fans here on this bright but cool Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, from all of us at ABC2. Well, we've got a special player that's playing tonight, not today. He's playing tonight against the Baltimore Ravens. They may not be cheering for him too much in Baltimore because now he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. Rick White takes a closer look at a Turkey Bowl graduate.
There's nothing like working for your dream and then having your dream come true. For Terrence Garvin, his hard work and dedication paid off. From Loyola all the way to the NFL.
It's the dream come true because all my hard work has really paid off so far.
That hard work started when Terrence was only 8 years old, and now he's a Steeler. But before that, he was a Loyola Don, and that helped put him on the road to success.
I feel like Loyola was my start. It really got me started. I went there in 6th grade. I was there from 6th through 12th, and I feel like it gave me a structure. It showed me all right, this is how you gotta be, this is how you gotta act. Because Loyola, we're real particular about a lot of things. You can get in trouble if you don't have your sport coat, you don't have a tie. So it made me grow up in a lot of aspects a little bit faster. And I feel Loyola was a big building block for me to start at.
And that block kept building all the way to West Virginia.
I feel like it kind of brought me more little mojo. Loyola, in a sense, is a college and a high school. You're going to walk the classes, you're going to walk the different buildings, what you do in college. So it really gives you a sense of responsibility, and you got to really focus on your schoolwork. I feel like West Virginia brought me out a little bit. It showed me all right, you're not always going to have this person telling you what to do. You got to do it on your own sometimes. So West Virginia kind of brought me out. It showed me different different ways of life.
But one life lesson that won't be forgot is Turkey Bowl.
For high school, it's really like the pro of high school, I felt like. Terrence Garvin, Loyola Middle School. You see everybody come out there, people painted with the Loyola. It'd be freezing out there every year. I scored one time in Turkey Bowl. That was probably the best memory I had of Turkey Bowl.
That's Garvin. He had a gap on the right side. Gets one, and he's gone. He's gone. Terrence Garvin scores his first Turkey Bowl touchdown. He's done a lot in his career at Loyola, but that's the first time he's hit the end zone in the Turkey Bowl. 19 yards for the score.
Like, I was so excited because it took me 4 years to score a touchdown. Like, everybody used to joke with me, like, man, you can't score in the Turkey Bowl. So it was a good feeling to finally get in there. But that Turkey Bowl, that's a good feeling. That's a memory, like, that you always gonna have for the rest of your life. Like, you don't even realize it, but that's one of the memories like you always gonna have, the Turkey Bowl.
And where will Terrence be today? Back in M&T Stadium, playing in the Turkey Bowl. This time for Pittsburgh versus the Ravens. Yes, sometimes dreams do come true.
Well, congratulations to Terrence Garvin. I'm not sure all of Baltimore will be pulling for him tonight, but I think everybody's happy that he made it as an undrafted free agent in the National Football League 5 years ago. Today, he's playing in this Turkey Bowl.
And let me tell you, he told the people of Baltimore and Maryland here the importance of this game and what a tradition it is, and how much fun it is, and how many memories are remembered.
Hey, Mark Krzyzewski is Calvert Hall's scholar athlete, the senior quarterback and holder, has a 4.0 grade point average, is in the National Honor Society. Mark is the senior class president of McMullen Scholar and played on the MIAA Conference Championship baseball team. He's a member of the Science and Latin Honor Societies and the Model United Nations Club. He also organized the football team's school supply drive this year and helped deliver the supplies to the Villa Maria School. Congratulations to Mark Krzyzewski, Calvert Hall's scholar athlete. It's halftime. Calvert Hall leads Loyola 14-7 in the 94th Annual Turkey Bowl. Our Charles A. Klein & Sons halftime highlights. Loyola went right down the field, Tom. 9 plays, 80 yards, 7-0.
A great drive, just consistently moving the ball down and scored that first touchdown.
Evans finished it off with a 2-yard run, and then a little squib kick here, and suddenly they had the ball back.
And again, a squib kick hit off the one of the Calvert Hall guys, and Loyola recovered. And again, here, this play right here, he's just rolling to the outside and loses the ball. Picked up 68 yards. What a play.
That's Juantez McCray on the fumble recovery. Instead of maybe going up 14-0 Loyola, it's a 7-7 game. Right here we got a block punt. So many 3 turnovers for Loyola, 1 for Calvert Hall, and a block punt. There were a lot of big plays.
A lot of mistakes and big plays happen, and again right in after they got down there on that block punt, that scored right away.
That's Nickel on the touchdown there that made it 14-7, and a crazy play here. A nice interception for Loyola. Chase Harmon, and a terrific return. But watch the hustle here as the big lineman, Drew Devaney, forces the fumble.
And great speed, never gives up, gets down in there, and he switched the ball over the right way, and he came in there and just ripped it out.
A big play right there. Our Kelly & Associates Insurance Group stats after the first half. Not a whole lot of offense, Tom. Total yards.
Yeah, 66 and 78, and you take a look at the first downs, only 4 and 6, but the turnovers right there, the 3 turnovers by Loyola is the factor why they're losing right now.
All right, 14-7, Calvert Hall. We'll be back with the second half right after this. Welcome back to Johnny Unitas Stadium, just about set for the second half. 14-7, Calvert Hall leads Loyola. And joining us right now is Paul Brooks, Vice President of Brooks Financial Group, our title sponsor. Good to have you here, Paul. It's nice and warm up here on the rooftop, isn't it?
Thanks, and no, it's not.
Why did you guys, Brooks Financial, decide to support this Turkey Bowl and get involved? I know it's been part of the family heritage, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is just a tradition of community, and Brooks Financial Group's all about community, and you can't find 2 better institutions on the educational side and just the output of great people that it gives back to this society and this community for us here locally. So it's it's a perfect fit for us to finally kind of be able to step up and jump in and do this. We love this. We love this tradition. We love the rivalry. You know, we love Loyola. We love Calvert Hall. It's just great. Yeah. It's great.
And this goes back to grandfather, right? I mean, you guys go way back with this thing.
My grandfather played in one of the first Turkey Bowls ever as a captain of the Calvert Hall team back then. And my, we're 4 generations into Calvert Hall at this point. And so it's just been one of those deals.
There's the picture, of the pioneers of the Turkey Bowl.
Yes.
And Mike joins us right now. Now, I got a report from Bill Hooper, our general manager at Channel 2, that you two had, I think the way he put it, you were legends in your minds in 8th grade, right? You played basketball with Bill.
Well, I don't know how all that goes, but yes, we attempted to play the game of basketball. He was a cathedral lad, and I was a St. Pius guy.
Okay.
Then he went to Loyola, and I went to Calvert Hall, and we've been going at it ever since.
Mike, how about the tradition, the rivalry? But these two schools have a lot in common, Loyola and Calvert Hall,
they
right?
really do, and it's just a rich Baltimore thing. It's what's so wonderful about it is that you come out here and you compete, and then when the game's over, you're hanging out with guys from both schools. I mean, because they're all your buddies and mates and friends, and it's just a lot of fun. And you find this, I've been blessed to travel the country and run into a lot of different opportunities to witness communities and teams, but you'll never find another thing like this in this country.
Guys, we're thrilled to have you as the title sponsor. We appreciate you being involved in this thing and all you do for the kids that play in this Turkey Bowl.
It's a blessing and a privilege.
The tradition lives on because of people like you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Enjoy the second half.
Much. Yep.
Time for our Coach Buzz's Corner, brought to you by Salvo Auto Parts. Let's go down to Jamie.
All right, here's Coach Hall. I know what you said in the locker room. Don't make mistakes.
Hey, yeah, man. We've been consistent at making mistakes all year long. And I said, guys, we played Loyola football. Let's go out there and be perfect for a half. Let's see what we can do when we're perfect and we're doing things the right way.
Coach, you moved the ball early, often. It was good, up and down the field.
Yeah. Our guys did a good job of moving the line of scrimmage down 2 yards on that first drive. We're running the ball well. We need to protect Ben a little better in the passing game, but they're hungry, and it's a physical game, and we want to go out there and just make sure we can control the tempo and move the ball a little bit more better in the second half.
All right, don't make mistakes, move it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Coach Hall, upstairs.
Thank you, Jamie. And Brant Hall, a little bit about him.
The Financial Group Turkey Bowl, brought to you by Kelly & Associates Insurance Group, presenting Kelly Exchange, your individual and family health insurance solution. Visit kellyexchange.com. Charles A. Klein & Sons, serving your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs for 38 years. Prime Lending, national strength, local expertise. And the University of Maryland St. Joseph Medical Center.
Today's live streaming on ABC2News.com and ABC2 Apps is brought to you by the United Way of Central Maryland and Loyola Blakefield. Just about set to go. It was 31 degrees at kickoff time.
Feels a little bit colder right now.
Well, we are high above the world here on the roof, and the wind's kind of howling. And how you doing, partner? You hanging in there?
I finally got a heater to work underneath there a little bit. It's helping a little bit, but boy, it is cold and brutal.
I did a lacrosse game up on this same roof back in, I think, July, and it was 115. There's that squib kick again. Calvert Hall had a little trouble coming up with that one again, but they hang on this time. Morgan Scroggins.
That ball does all kinds of funny tricks when you start squibbing kicking that thing. And
it's actually a pretty good way to handle it with this wind.
The wind factor, plus it really puts you, because you're kicking into the wind with that one, and the ball does all kinds of tricks up there. That's why you have to really be careful and concentrate. There's that old expression, looking the ball into your hands, comes forward with that, babe.
Kenji Bahar, the quarterback, he was 5 for 8 for Calvert Hall, 36 yards, did throw 1 interception. Farmer, their top running back, 7 carries, 21 yards.
Not too much offense, but a lot of good defense, good tackles, good penetration.
Pitch it to Farmer, trying to sweep the left side, outside 25-30, turns it upfield and uses that speed before he is finally run out of bounds. But you saw the speed of Damian Farmer, 5'9", 160-pound junior, as he turned the corner. 18 yards on the pickup, Tom.
And watch how he really picks up his blocking. Quick pitch to the outside right there, coming around the corner, looking for the blocking. Turns the afterburners on right there. Just runs out of space on the sideline there, gets pushed out of bounds.
Nick Oval, the center. Oval's going to play college rugby. You know, he's a tough guy.
Rugby, that's a crazy game, boy, I'll tell you. And you've got to be tough to play that.
Bahar with the pitch, near side. Ooh, almost a horse collar there. As they grab Damian Farmer. Jake Nordhausen in on the stop for the Dons.
Well, I think it had been in the pros, they'd have called that a horse collar.
5 yards on the pickup for Farmer.
And watch Farmer again, watch breaking back to the outside, a little quick pitch to the outside, gets around the corner, and watch that tackle right there, just a little bit, but he pulled it down, he didn't get him.
Windy day like this, even a pitch like that isn't easy, right?
That's exactly
wind can
blows it everywhere.
Kevin Thomas now the running back. Bahar will take the snap under center. Hands off to Thomas on the left side. Stacked up just short of midfield. Jack Kenny in on the stop for the Dons. Pick up a 3.
Looks like it's about 3rd and 2. Again, short yardage situation here. Let's see if they try to throw the ball or run it.
Now remember how the first half started. Loyola got the ball and they marched right down the field. 9 plays, 80 yards. Calvert Hall trying to start the second half the same way. Third and a couple.
He's lining up off sides. Be careful. There he goes.
And there's another delay of game, I think. There's a timeout. Nope, timeout, Calvert Hall.
Loyola looks like they're lining up on the ball, but the defensive tackle looks like he's all into the backfield almost there. I thought
cheat into the neutral zone.
They're really in the neutral zone. From at least this high altitude. Maybe they're not.
You got a bird's eye view up here. We are on top of the press box here at Johnny Unitas Stadium. I think there's been 3 times here. Donald Davis, who played in this game, here we are, way up here above. The birds are flying below us. He played in this game and played, I think, the first time the game was ever played here. I think it was in 1993 they played at Towson because I think the movie was Major League 2 was being shot, and they couldn't play it at the stadium, so they moved that game here. And then 2 years ago, the game was played at Towson when the Ravens and the 49ers, they called it the Har Bowl that year, with John and Jim Harbaugh coaching each other on Thanksgiving night at M&T Bank Stadium. And of course this year it's the Ravens and Steelers tonight at M&T Bank. That's why this game is being played here. And I think the kids miss out on playing in an NFL stadium, but the atmosphere here is pretty special.
No question about it. My son Roland, who went to Loyola, and his wife Amy, and my 2 grandchildren are here, and they're going to the game tonight.
There you go. And Kevin Thomas stacked up, no gain on the play. So it's 4th down, and Donald Davis sends his punt team out.
And again, watch the penetration on the replay here. They get right into the backfield. Boom, boy, with good solid tackle, good hit.
Nordhausen was in there. Jake Nordhausen, we called his name several times. Alec Isaac back to receive the punt from Jake Soriano. Calvert Hall with the wind at their back. Took a while to get the snap back. Punt partially blocked, I think. It was close, but rolls dead inside the 15, down around the 13. Jack Kenny putting some heavy pressure on the punter. It's a 38-yard punt. No return. Loyola has the ball here in the 3rd quarter. They trail 14-7. We'll take a timeout. It's the 94th Turkey Bowl. Scott Garceau, Tom Maddie, and our entire crew wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Fan Cam is brought to you by Frosty Refrigeration Company, a family-owned heating and air conditioning company serving Baltimore, Annapolis, and surrounding areas. Thought when they talked about Frosty, shows those guys that didn't have their shirts on the entire game.
I'll tell you, they've got to be freezing over there because we're up on top of the stadium up here. It's pretty darn cold. But boy, I'll tell you, with no shirt on out there.
Let's go.
Calvert Hall fans have the stadium advantage because they're on the sunny side.
Yeah.
There they are.
Yeah, there they are.
They don't seem to have quite as much spring as they had in the first half, right?
All those skinny little bodies, I'll tell you.
Time of possession, dead even, about 5 seconds apart. This is Evans on the keeper, and he's up to the 20-yard line. And a late flag, that might be a face mask.
Yeah, it looked like a face mask reaching in there.
See if he got a hand on that face mask, Tom. Late on, right there it is, no question. Steven Grabaleski trying to make the stop.
See, a face mask is only 5-yard penalty.
Gets the ball up to the 25.
Gets an automatic first down too.
You know, Evans, who hadn't played much quarterback in the last 5-6 games, it's been pretty solid back there running that option.
He's done a very, very good job, and especially with this, with the late, the cancellation of the quarterback there. He's again good handoff.
Across the 25, picked up a couple there. Anthony Crawley on the stop for Calvert Hall.
Injured player.
Yeah, we got a player down for the Hall. Training staff tending to him. Stops the clock with 8:30 to play, third quarter. Let's go down to the sidelines where Jamie Costello's probably all warmed up, had a couple of hot chocolates at halftime.
Yeah, that's that kind of guy.
Yeah, we have Mr. Anthony Day, who's a history maker, because for the first time in Loyola history, we have a layman as president of the school. What's it like to make history?
That's pretty exciting. It feels great, and of course I'm humbled by it.
And the boys are what drives you.
The boys drive everything I do. When I got into teaching 25 years ago, I got it to get into the business of working with young men. Young men in their formational lives.
And you had the bull roast. You had the alumni come back last night. What's it like to meet them and see them again and what they've turned out to be?
Well, I'll tell you what, it felt like we had record numbers last night at our bull roast. We had about 900 Loyola guys, guys from the 50s all the way up to 2010.
Anthony Day, the president of Loyola, the first time a layman has taken over the school. Back to you.
Thanks, Jamie, and
congratulations.
Spencer Tuvison still getting some attention down on the field, and that. Oh, it's Trayvon Hollis. I'm sorry, we thought it was number 50. Trayvon Hollis, 30, the injured player.
It looks like a 50 laying down. Yeah.
He's back up in a sitting position. Hopefully he'll be okay. 8:30 to play, third quarter. Haven't had any scoring since the first quarter. Loyola started the game with an 80-yard drive. They took the opening kickoff and went right down the field. 9 plays, 80 yards. Evans capped it off with a 2-yard run. And then looked like they were going to add to that. They were fairly deep into Calvert Hall territory, up 7-0, when McCray picked up a fumble and brought it back 68 yards to tie the game at 7.
And a great run back. I mean, that was a tremendous effort on his part.
Let's see if we can see where he got injured. Right there. It looks like he got cut, Tom.
Twice.
It was over on the right-hand side there. So it's 2nd down and 9. Evans out of the gun. They stack it up and throw crossfield, complete to Mike Muir. Only a yard on the play. Calvert Hall ready for that.
Yeah, they were ready. They saw that play before. They saw that in the scouting report.
They ran a stack, Tom, put 3 wide receivers over on the right.
Got the ball out there quickly enough, but still the Calvert Hall came up with a good defensive play on that.
Muir, another guy who'll play college lacrosse. He'll go to Drexel, continue his education, play lacrosse up there. 3rd and 7. Evans with time, throws, and that is a great catch. The pass behind.
And a good, strong throw. Set up on it, picks up 10 yards on the play. And watch on the replay here how the setup of the quarterback and the follow-through, which he does. Boom. Great, and what a reception.
Yeah, Mike Muir really laid out. Had a little mustard on that throw, Tom.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
And he had the follow-through. Is a footwork, especially thrown in a wind like that. You've got to have.
Pass complete again. That's Muir, and they're going to work on him on the late flag. So there could be some additional yardage tacked on to this one. Muir picked up about 9 on the reception.
That could be against the Loyola.
Tom, watch the set. If you guys can show us that set prior to the pass, only 3 interior linemen. They'd spread out the tackles.
Yeah.
On the penalty yard. See, only 3 interior linemen, wide tackles, and they get the ball in the hands of a playmaker, Mike Muir.
And the penalty puts it back in there. Now it's 1st and 15.
Now they're back to more of a traditional set with 5 interior linemen. Up the middle, it's Hazelton. He's got room, could go. 40, 30, 10-5, touchdown! Damon Hazelton takes it all the way, and Loyola is a point after from tying this one up.
What a game! What a game! What a great play! Look at this, 66 yards on the touchdown.
Well, Tom, I wonder, you run those wide tackle plays and everything's kind of outside for a few plays, and then you hit them real quick up the middle.
And here it is on the replay, right up the middle, pops it through, makes a great fake to the inside or outside, and it breaks outside, goes all the way, 66 yards.
You got a penalty marker down, a big extra point here. Got false start or motion against, there's Hazelton. What a run by that kid.
Whoa. He'll remember that one. That goes down in the record book, boy.
Talk about lowering his pads. I guess he lowered his pads that time. Rowley on for the point after to try to tie it. Good snap. Good kick is good, and we're tied. 6:38 to play in the 3rd quarter. Loyola has tied it up on this brilliant run from Damon Hazelton. He's gone.
He's gone, that's right. Great.
University of Maryland St. Joseph Medical Center scoring drive for Loyola. 6 plays, 87 yards. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Damon Hazelton gone. 66 yards. We're tied. Adam Duber with the left foot low. Not a squibber this time, little line drive kick picked up at the 19-yard line and returned out to the 30. B.J. Watson on the return for Calvert Hall. The Cardinals get it.
Scott Hazelton, 7 carries now, 116 yards. That's 66 yards. Helped a little bit. No question.
That's good for the average per carry, right?
Yeah, I'll take that. Woo.
Tom, as a running back, I guess when you put your head up and you've cleared everybody and all you see are stripes in front of you, that's a good feeling, right?
You get a little faster, too. So, but they were breathing down his throat. He made it into the end zone, but that was a great run. What a great run.
Made a nice little hip move, too, on Nick Smith, who came up, the safety.
And to make the tackle, and he broke back to the inside and just broke it all the way.
Hand off to Neverdon. Not going to fool him with that one. No gain on the play.
That was good defense, because the end on the opposite side where the sweep was going over there just made a good, came right straight across, turned them back inside to the rest of the Loyola players.
Jack Hurley kind of maintained that edge out there. That's turned it back in. 2nd and 10. 5:55 to play, 3rd quarter. Calvert Hall trying to extend their Turkey Bowl win streak to 5. Short gain for Farmer. Loyola defense digging in. Pickup of 1, going to bring up 3rd and 9. Jake Nordhausen.
Again, Loyola's coming out this second half a little fired up. Pulling them back.
Seward also in there, the linebacker. Third and 9. Bahar under center. Oliver in motion, play action fake. To the far sideline, it's complete. Nice throw. Morgan Scroggins. Or check it, Lawrence Cager on the reception. That's a strong throw, Tom, all the way across the field.
All the way across the field, and also great by the receiver, knowing the yardage he had to get, which was the 10 yards, got right on the money, got the first down for him.
So a big play. Calvert Hall would have been punting fairly deep in their own end. Instead, they keep the drive alive. Strong throw, Bahar to Cager. This is Farmer. Turns it upfield and then runs into a tackler, Chase Harmon. Harmon had that interception earlier. He's pumped up and fired up, right? 39 tackles on the year for him.
Farmer again getting the quick pitch out outside. You can see the speed he has, but again, that was just good defense by Loyola coming up with Harmon getting it.
Chase Harmon's last Turkey Bowl, he's trying to make it a memorable one. Had a pick, had several tackles as well. Had a big tackle on a punt. Bahar out of the gun. Rolls to his left, better get rid of it. Here they come. And he's sacked all the way back near the 20-yard line. Jake Nordhausen ran him down. Tom, bad decision there. You got to get rid of the football.
You got to get rid of the football. What you have to do, throw it to the sideline, throw it out of bounds as long as you're outside the hash marks.
That's a 20-yard loss. Jake Nordhausen, he's having himself a day.
Well, that's just great defense by Loyola. And the quarterback here has just got to get rid of the ball when he sees that pressure coming after him. And again, just good tackle, good pursuit by Loyola defense.
Hey! Come on, let's go now!
So now it is 3rd and 27.
We've had a lot of these third down, 27, 28-yard first downs.
In field position so important here. Loyola trying to get a stop. Farmer's the running back. Bahar looking deep down the middle, and it's broken up.
Oh, that was good defense, Scott.
Jack Hurley back on the coverage, and he got a hand in there.
Just inside, just reached inside as that ball was being thrown. It's going to be. Here's the replay on it. Good, strong throw. Defensive back gets right in there. Hurley gets in there. Number 40 gets in there, breaks it up, and that should give Loyola great field position after this punt, although they're kicking with the wind.
Watson was the intended receiver there. Soriano to punt it. Isaac standing back on his own 45. High snap. Got it off. Pretty good punt under those circumstances. And it's down at the 45-yard line. Damian Farmer down there to down the punt. 31 yards on the punt timeout. 2:43 to play. 3rd quarter. We're tied at 14 in the 94th Turkey Bowl. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Well, Kevin Nichols had a busy day. Number 25 putting on the pressure on the quarterback. causing a fumble, scoring a touchdown. There he is, taking it in. That gave Calvert Hall a 14-7 lead. And he's a two-way performer, Tom. Did you do that in high school?
You had to do it in high school. We just played offensive running back, and then I played defensive safety back in there. And, you get on the field, you don't want to come off when you're a player. You really don't. I love playing defense.
That was the Chuck Bednarik way, the 60-minute man in the NFL,
man.
right?
I was the punter. I was a kickoff return guy, punt return guy in high school, all of them.
Hazelton on that last carry, and a couple of Calvert Hall players injured on that play.
Whoa.
Went right back to Hazelton, who had that big touchdown run. We've got two Cardinals getting some attention.
You don't see that very often where two guys down.
You hate to see one guy down, but you got two
one,
here.
but two of them.
I believe that's Anthony Crawley, number 92. Like they're working on his lower left leg. Meanwhile, let's go down to the sidelines and check in with our colleague Jamie Costello.
Yeah, we're just talking to Hazelton right after he scored that touchdown. I said, you ever run that far before? He said, no. Not even a rec ball? He said, no. I said, what's it like? He said, my eyes just went wide open when I saw the hole. I hit it, and I just kept running. It's a great feeling to run and not see anybody in front of you. They're all behind you. That's a great feeling. Tom Matty knows what that's like.
I sure didn't want to be embarrassed by being caught from behind.
That was a 66-yarder. What was your Super Bowl run against the Jets? That was about
something like that.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
How'd you do that game?
You know how to hurt a guy, don't you?
Did you always tell me your teammates let you down?
My teammates let me down that day.
You could have been somebody, right?
We win that game. They just come up to me after the game and say, where are you going after the game? I'm going to Disneyland. It didn't work that way.
Riley Miller getting up on his feet. Good to see that. Still working. It looks like the ankle. Boy, you lose two defensive players on one play.
Yeah.
Miller a little
gimpy walking after him. See how he does if he can come back in.
2:31 to play in the third quarter. We've got a good turkey bowl going on right here as these teams go after it and try to end what has been disappointing seasons up to this point. Loyola 2-8. They've lost 6 straight games. Calvert Hall came in 3-8. They've lost 5 of their last 6. 3 straight. But this game fixes all that, right?
It does. You go home and have a turkey, you win this game, you won the championship as far as they're concerned. And I can see that because it's such a competitive game between the two schools, and it's so much tradition to this. It's just, when I first moved here to Baltimore, that was one of the biggest deals is the Turkey Bowl. I mean, it's 94 years we've been going into this. It's been fantastic. The crowd participation. Everybody comes to it.
Well, for the longest time, it was the Turkey Bowl and Thanksgiving at Memorial Stadium was City Pauley and Calvert Hall Loyola.
Doubleheaders,
The City Pauley, we talk about 94 years of this. I think City Pauley's like 120-some years now. Yeah. And that's gone forever. And for alum of those schools, that game means everything as well.
I have one of my good buddies, Jack Kyle, who went to Loyola. When I first came here to Baltimore, we became great friends. And he was trying to tell me how important it was to win. And, and you could see it here.
Anthony Cawley getting some help off the field.
Here's a replay on it. That was a replay on it there. Must be his ankle because he can't put any pressure on it.
Yeah, no weight on that side. Looked like they put like a protective boot on it. So Loyola will have the football at midfield We're tied at 14, 2:31 to play, third quarter. It's 14-7 after one. Calvert Hall, no scoring in the second quarter, and then Hazelton with that 66-yard run has tied it up. Ben Evans in the gun. Not this time. Hazelton stacked up. Check it, it's Kyle Saunders, the running back. Good penetration, center of the Calvert Hall defense.
Yeah, that was great penetration too. The guard and the tackle came right up the middle on that one, just stopped all of them.
Marcellus Harrison had some nice penetration in the middle of the defensive line. A little while. That's Hazelton, short gain, got a couple on the play.
Yeah, they're going in the punt. Fourth down, or about 3 yards to go.
Fourth and 3 or 4. Is that the call where Tom Mattia gambled and tried to get the first?
No, not this time. Not this time.
Punt him back, right?
Punt him back. Although they'll have the rush on here again. Almost every punt has almost been blocked by the penetration.
Good snap that time. Barwick with a floater downfield. Starts bouncing back upfield, so they down it at about the 24-yard line. 24 yards on the punt. Check back down to the sidelines. Jamie Costello.
Let's take a look at the crowd size here. They're not sitting down because they have metal seats here, so they'll just head to the cold. But a great turnout from Loyola, and across the way in the sun we've got Calvert Hall. And look upstairs. You can always look up there in the right when you come into the United Stadium here. And we're all lined up, about 2 people deep. I'd say about 7, maybe 9,000 people out here today.
I think they announced over 10 last year, Jamie. It seats about 11, but on a cold day, great turnout and a lot of enthusiasm, no question about that.
And the turkey's in the oven.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Kenji Bahar throws across, complete. Eric Evans on the reception, but a short gain, only got 2 on the play.
And that's good defense. I mean, Loyola's reading that pass play very quickly. And a good, strong throw to the sideline, because it's a long throw, Scott.
Yeah, those aren't easy. Eric Evans, 41 catches, 599 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns. They like to get the ball to him. 6'4", 230-pounders, played basketball for the Hall. He'll play lacrosse at Ohio State. He's a terrific athlete.
You know, that's one game I would have loved to have been able to play. I played hockey all my life because my dad was a professional hockey player. But lacrosse is such a fascinating game.
Ooh, look out here. Wow. Bahar with the quick out. Ball's alive. I guess it was a backward pass. Matt Gillespie read that. Jumped right into the passing lane. Got his hand on it.
This is just great defense right here. Jumping to the outside and getting that arm up there.
Looked like a forward pass, Tom.
Yeah.
But they ruled it apparently a lateral, so it was a live ball after Gillespie got his hand on it, and it's a loss back to the 19-yard line. Scroggins wound up picking up the football. 5 seconds left in the quarter. 3rd and 15 from the 19. Kenji Bahar looking to throw, firing deep downfield, has a man, it's incomplete. Eric Evans, the intended receiver.
Just got a hand on it, Scott.
Alex Paff was back there and maybe just got a finger.
Just got a finger on it. Watch this. Here's the replay on it. Good strong throw again. Faking the draw. Sets up, lets it fly out there. But just gets the finger on it.
Give a pass defense to Alex Paff, a 160-pound sophomore.
Wow.
Timeout on the field. We're ready for the 4th quarter. It's a good one. The 94th Turkey Bowl is tied up. your Kelly and Associates Insurance Group stats, Tom. Loyola with an edge.
177 yards to 81 yards. First down 6-9. Loyola has 9-6. Turnovers is a key factor again, though, Scott.
Yep.
Loyola's had 3 turnovers.
Well, this is the kind of game we had a year ago. Remember, it was tied 14 all. And then with 1:20 left, Calvert Hall hit an 83-yard bomb that Lauren Couric took in. That was the difference. We might see the same kind of thing. One play here in this fourth quarter could decide this Turkey Bowl.
And, change of quarters here that got kicking into the wind.
Wind knocking that punt down. Look out. Calvert Hall downs it. But Loyola's going to have great field position at around the 42-yard line.
41, almost 41. You got to remember 41.
Number 41?
Yeah, number 41. Look where they're putting the ball on the 41. See?
22 yards on that punt. So we got a quarter to play to decide the 94th Turkey Bowl. Whew. Well, it's a football doubleheader day in Baltimore. Ravens, Steelers tonight at M&T Bank. The Turkey Bowl here this morning.
And what we'll be doing is, racing home, having a little turkey dinner, and then racing back down to the stadium. You talk about key important games.
John Goska now at quarterback for Loyola, 5'11" junior. He took a snap or two on that last series, but a little change here in the fourth quarter. Not sure about Ben Evans. This is Goska.
Good play.
Yeah, they faked the reverse, and Damon Hazelton with the carry gets it down close to the 35-yard line. Pick up of 6. All kinds of things going on in this play, Tom.
Boy, look at this. Faking the reverse this way, going one way, going the other way. Boom, guy cuts back up, picks up 5-6 yards on the play. Good, solid running on that one.
Damon Hazelton, kind of that same look as Terrence Garvin now with the Steelers when he played kind of a longer back. Hazelton again pounding this time.
First down. Right up the middle on that one. Good blocking by the offensive line. Watch the hole open up here. Hazelton just comes right up, right through it. Boom.
Hazelton getting the full workload today. He's going to know he's in a football game. That turkey's going to taste pretty good by the time he gets to it. Ball's at the 29-yard line. We got a flag. Substitution violation against Loyola. As soon as they broke the huddle. Now Hazelton's number, he had that 66-yard touchdown in the third quarter to tie the game. 11 carries, 138 yards.
That's not too bad.
It's a day's work.
Boy.
With still almost a quarter to play. 10:40 to play, fourth quarter. Scott Garceau, Tom Matte, Jamie Costello with you. It's the Turkey Bowl. On the keeper, Goska inside the 25, down near the 23-yard line.
If he could have kept his balance on that one, he would have picked up the first down on that one. This is just a great, watch how he rides the halfback coming across like that. Tackle's made, he keeps the ball, pulls it back in, and gets tackled on a shoestring tackle.
Flag down after the 9-yard gain. It's coming back. This one's coming back. Now Goska, Tom, I'm not sure how they do the high school stats, but he had...
Wow.
Hank moves on with the holding call. Now they're playing tackle spread again, only 3 interior linemen. Trips to the left and the right. Goska, the quarterback, sets in the shotgun. Throws to the near side, complete 40. 35-yard line, Mike Muir tackled and forced out of bounds right there.
That's a gutsy formation. Picks up 7 yards on the play, though. But I mean,
what it does is
take that spread out, right? Really spreads that defense out. So what's going to come up? Can you break one to the inside? I don't know. But this is a good, strong throw to the sideline. He picks up 7 yards, but they still have second down and about 15.
Goska's rushing numbers, Tom, 22 carries for minus 20 yards. I'm not sure that includes sacks or what, but he hasn't run the ball a lot. And that time, Damon Hazelton was met in a hurry.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained on that one.
Spencer Tuvison made the hit for Calvert Hall. Cardinals trying to buckle down on defense here as Loyola's driving, trying to take the lead. John Goska, the quarterback. Steps away, get his sideline instructions. Goska hands it off to Hazelton, not much room. Cuts it up for a yard. Kevin Nickel, who's had a terrific game for Calvert Hall on defense, also scored a touchdown. Barwick in to punt.
Punt team in. Let's see if they come after the rush again.
Well, the challenge for Barwick here, too, is to try to pin him back inside the 10 instead of punting it into the end zone. Short snap. It's a fake. They run a reverse with a pass. It's complete, but short of the first down.
Fumble.
Doesn't matter. It's fourth down. Doesn't matter who has it. It's Calvert Hall football. Connor Moran caught it. Tom, they had about 4 different things going on there. Inside handoff, sweeps, reverses.
And you think high school football is as exciting? Watch this game. This is great.
Left hand pass from John Staub. We had all kinds of action, but it's Calvert Hall football. Well, a lot of guys playing their final Turkey Bowl. This is one of them. Chase Harmon, the free safety for Loyola, and he has been all over the field, Tom. The interception right there.
And some of the great tackles right here. Watch him come up in really close. This kid's having a great game. I mean, he's got great speed, good size.
Well, not great size, 5'11", 160, but kind of the typical high school player. Maybe a little undersized, but big on the heart.
And big on the heart, and also he's got that speed that really makes the penetration for him. Smart football player.
We're tied at 14, 8:37 left in regulation. Last year's game was also tied at 14 until the final minute and 20 seconds when Loyola hit a bomb and stunned Loyola to win their 4th straight Turkey Bowl. Pass down the middle, it's picked off. Loyola with it. Jack Hurley inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. 17 yards on the return. Hurley. His coach told us he was good in coverage, and he's living up to that scouting report.
Not only that, Scott, he read that perfectly. It broke on the ball. It was like playing center field out there. That pitch coming out there. I mean, he makes a great break on it, comes up with the big interception, gives him great field position on the 29-yard line going in.
Kenji Bahar throws the pick. Jack Hurley comes up with it. And this game that has been marked by big plays and turnovers, we'll see how big this one is.
It's another one.
Here's our Brooks Financial Group game summary. You see the scoring there. Loyola first, an 80-yard drive. They went up 7-0. And then Calvert Hall with back-to-back touchdowns. First McCray on the big fumble return. Nickel punched one in from 3 yards out, 14-7. And then Hazelton with a home run, right?
A home run, baby. Home run. And then this interception right here was absolutely pure.
Today's attendance, 7,709 here at Johnny Unitas Stadium. Tackle spread again. Goska's the quarterback. Pressured, rolls to the near side, going to keep it, and dives inside the 30, down near the 29-yard line. Stephen Grebelecki with some heavy pressure. Go down to the sidelines with Jamie Costello.
things happen to great people, and Jack Hurley's one of them. Jack's grandmother passed away just a few months ago, and his grandmother raised John Wiedenkamp, who was a leader of Loyola and one of the greatest individuals you'll ever come across. Jim Palmer sent Jack's grandmother an autographed jersey in her dying days.
Well, that's
Jack making the family proud the way he's playing today. On the ground, that's Hazelton. Calvert Hall's defense getting tough against the run now, Tom.
Yes, they are.
Since they gave up that big long run, they've toughened up.
Closing down those gaps, no question about it.
2 yards on that carry. 3rd and 7. Loyola definitely in 4-down territory.
And they also have the wind behind them, so I don't know what. I think their range is about 30 yards there.
About 35 and in.
Yeah.
Yaska looking to throw. Here comes some pressure, and they get him from behind. Spencer Tuvison with the diving tackle.
Big play because he had some running moves on the outside on that one.
Tuvison's had a nice game. He's a 6'3", 265-pound senior. Loss of 4 on the sack. 4th down. Here comes the punter, Jake Barwick. So I guess smart strategy. You try to pin him again and play defense, right?
Right, play defense.
Calvert Hall defense, nice job there. After the interception, the defense really stepped up.
Yeah, he did. And that's what you have to do. When you make mistakes, either the offense or the defense, whichever way it goes, they've got to step up. And that time, Calvert Hall's defense did.
I would think that Kenji Bahar is saying thank you, guys. Touchback. It is a touchback. It'll come out to the 20. Bahar saying thank you, defense, for picking me up after I threw the pick, right?
That's right. This is a close call here on this replay. Let's take a look at this. Did that ball go in the end zone, or was it a great defensive play by knocking it back into play?
Loyola fans didn't think so.
I'd say instant replay on that. That should have been down right there.
No instant replay in high school football.
No instant replay. That was a bad call on the officials.
Does the nose of the football hit the white line? Because John Staub made a great save. It doesn't look like it from this angle. It's close. But watch Staub. Does his foot hit the line? No.
No.
He's clean, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And he bats it back into play.
That call.
Staub made a great play. I'm not sure the officials got that right.
I don't think they got that one right at all. It would have been nice that instant replay to have a line, the camera on that, but it didn't look like it hit the line at all, Scott.
So here's what we have. 6:47 to play, 4th quarter. 94th Turkey Bowl tied at 14. Calvert Hall with the football. They start on their own 20. Bahar at quarterback out of the I formation. Boy, some hit going on down there. Pickup of 1. Russell Neverdon got slammed. He's only 170 pounds. He's running into those 275-pound defensive linemen. That doesn't always work out best.
No. I mean, he got driven right back in the backfield. Good solid defense, yeah.
Matt Gillespie's had terrific career at Loyola.
6'4", 245. He's the captain of the team.
Matt says, hey, I love playing at M&T Bank, but I really prefer playing at United Stadium.
Yeah.
Loves the atmosphere here. Play action fake. Bahar sets, throws, complete. First down at the 32-yard line.
Drill him! Drill him!
11 yards on the gain. Neverdon on the reception. He paid for it. Strong tackle.
Good throw, good catch, and a great tackle here. I mean, he paid the price for catching that one.
Guess who, Tom? Chase Harmon.
Chase Harmon again. He's having one heck of a game, I'll tell you.
Harmon and Hurley, those guys on pass coverage, been very good for Loyola. We'll start keeping an eye on the clock a little bit. 5.5 minutes left. Bahar hands it off. Whoa. And that's not happening. Connor Moran buried Nick Smith. Moran, like he was shot out of a cannon. Number 4, watch him blaze into your screen. Untouched on the outside, right there.
Right there, come right down the line. Makes a great play, drives him in the backfield. Loses a couple yards on it, so it comes up about 2nd and 11, I guess, just 1 yard.
Backs are in the eye. Oliver, the up back. Bahar to throw, good protection. Thrown deep down the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Alex Isaac.
On the coverage there.
Yep.
Off his fingertips. Watch this throw. He sets up in the pocket very nicely. Drops back. Hauls it off over the middle, right over the middle, boy. And it's just, right off the fingertips.
Tell you what,
Isaac.
That Calvert Hall offensive line some credit with that pass protection.
Sure.
They had a lot of time. Devaney, Terabasi, Avil, Montague, Bean.
You take a look at that offensive line. That's a big offensive line. You go down there, 285, 300, 255, 220, 240. Woo.
A little bit of a high snap. Completed to Farmer. He's got some running room across the 40, all the way up to the 48-yard line. First down, Cardinals. 17 yards on the pass. Bahar to Farmer. Tyler Covey made the stop for the Dons.
Play set up perfectly on this one. High snap. Just throws it out there. Gets a big offensive line out there in front of him, and all he has to do is make the breaks. He picks up 17 yards on the play.
Calvert Hall makes some substitutions. They got to get up to the line and run their play here. They'll be challenged to get this playoff in time.
Yeah.
They hustle up. Donald Davis trying to pull out another turkey bowl, looking for his 5th straight. Pitch to Farmer.
Ooh.
Avoids one tackle, cuts back inside, and stacked up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Great block on the outside out there. Halfback came across to try to cut it off, and boom, watch him get hit on this one.
Connor Moran with some early penetration. Got a block right there, and there's the tackle as the blue jerseys close in. Clock running, 3.5 minutes to play.
What's the rule for high schools here? Because I don't remember.
Overtime.
Overtime, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Overtime, trade possessions.
Turn the turkey down, babes.
Bahar pressured, rolling out, and run out of bounds.
That
goes down, but I'm not sure that was a late hit.
No, it wasn't a late hit. He was actually trying to stop him from sliding there. He was just trying to hold him up.
Jake Nordhausen, he's had a whale of a game. Yeah, just trying to hang on to his jersey and keep him up.
Keep him up is what he's trying to do.
Good call, Tom.
That was a good play by. That was a good fair play. You know, he could have got the cheap shot in there, but he did not do it. That was great. If there's anything I hate in football is when guys come in and give you the cheap shots. And I've had a few of them. I can remember one of them. It was in we used to call it the toilet bowl with Tommy Bell. Somebody came in, and Leroy Jordan came in, gave me a shot, and I took a swing at him. I got a 15-yard penalty. And what happened was I said, watch out, call me if I'm wrong. He called me and said he was wrong.
Fumble, ball loose, who's got it? Did Bahar scoop it back up? Yeah, he hooked it back in. So now it's 4th down, and the punt team will have to come on for Calvert Hall with 2:50 left to play in this one.
Here we go with the snap. It was way up to the right on him, and he was lucky to knock it down and recover it, Scott.
Just in time as you saw the Don sliding in there trying to get the fumble. That would have been devastating. Lose the ball there. 2:50 left.
Yeah.
Both of these kickers, their coaches have told us, have a range of around 35. From 35 and in, they feel like they got a chance. Jake Soriano's hit them 40 and 41 yards this year, but I guess depending on the wind today, You get into a late game situation, you might try a 45, even a 50-yarder if you had the wind behind you. But generally, coaches don't want to see their field goal kickers out there unless they're around 35 or in.
Yeah.
But now, game on the line. We'll see. Calvert Hall trying to make it 5 straight happy turkey days. Loyola, on the other hand, they're trying to break through. They've lost the last 4. A heartbreaker last year was tied at 14-all with 1:20 left when Calvert Hall hit a sensational 83-yard pass to win the game.
And an exciting game it was last year, as this is. I mean, turnovers here have really been predominant.
Good snap this time. Soriano, low line drive. Isaac's going to let it bounce. And it dies around the 30-yard line. Russell never down there to down it. 33 yards on the punt. They'll take that. Windy conditions. Let's go down to the sidelines and check in with Jamie.
He is the most intense fan I know. You know what? He has every reason because it's in his blood. Give me the family tree, Jamie.
Okay, my dad graduated in '49 and played. My oldest son, Sean, graduated in '09 and played, and I have a son playing today, Gavin, and our whole family went here, all 4 boys and 4 grandchildren. It is in our blood. You're right.
And the company that you run, you have how many Calvert Hall graduates?
I do work with Calvert Hall guys, which is great. I will say that they all report to me, not the other way around. But they're great guys, and this tradition's great. And hanging out with guys the rest of your life, it's awesome.
And that's a comment you'll see them all day.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Goska, quarterback. Rolling out, throwing, complete, across the 40, up to the 42. It's Connor Moran, the tight end.
And smart move, got it out of bounds. Here's a replay again. Picks up 12 on this. Watch this. Good rollout, counter rollout, comes out. This is a tough throw, thrown across your body like that. Picks up 12 yards on the play.
Moran only caught 7 prior to this game. Big first down there. On the ground, not much room for Hazelton. Pickup of 2 to bring up second down and 8.
And the clock keeps ticking away. We're down to about 2:20 right now.
A little more sense of urgency on the offense now. Get up there. No huddle.
Spread formation again here. Take a look, Scott. Got them 2 receivers both on both outsides.
John Goska sets, throws underneath. Little screen pass. Some room. It's a first down for Hazelton into Calvert Hall territory down near the 45-yard line. Clock continues to run. 1:52 left. 11 yards on that pass play. Almost like a center screen, Tom.
Yeah, it sure is. And he just gets in there, gets up behind those offensive linemen, sort of picks and chooses his way, picks up good yardage and a first down.
Gavin Cahill among the blockers on that play. Little lead option here. Hazelton, short gain on the left side.
Hazelton should have gone to the outside on that one, I think, Scott. He had some more room to be able to spread it out, but he tried to cut it up in the middle. Tried to break that arm tackle.
Both team with a couple of timeouts left. 1:28, clock running. Goska in the gun. Throws underneath, it's complete and tackled immediately is Mike Muir, trying to battle for a couple of extra yards, but Calvert Hall right there on that play. No gain on the play, and we've got a timeout called. Blue timeout, that would be Loyola. They're first. See Mike Muir shaking it off a little as he got banged around pretty good after that reception. Well, Tom, you're at the 43-yard line. You've got the wind behind you. If you could get down around maybe the
30.
20 to 25 would be ideal. 30
would be optional.
30 would be a 48-yarder.
Yeah.
I'm not sure in high school
I don't
you
think
hit
so.
that one. I think maybe the 25 would be somewhat legit.
Yeah.
So you've got to go another 15 to 17 yards probably, right?
And you got to throw the ball. You got to go. Yeah. You only got one more down here, though. It's third down right situation right here. So they got the.
Turn outside. We got to get the edge. Set that edge. Whoever tackles, set the edge.
Set the edge. You're hearing all the kind of things coaches tell you, right?
If you listen to all the advice on the sideline, it'll be a touchdown this play. Don't worry.
3rd and 8. Game tied at 14. Hazelton alone set back next to John Goska. Goska rolling, gonna run. Tries to turn it up, but he's tackled at the 43-yard line. Picked up maybe a yard. Kevin Nickel on the stop. All right, what do you do now, Coach? 4th down.
I punt the ball. 52 seconds.
Clock still running. They look to the sidelines for instruction. The punt team not on right now.
I'll take a timeout now.
You know what? Let it run down a little bit and take a shot, right? So if they stop you, they don't have much time.
Right.
And if you hit one, maybe you can run a play or two, try to kick a field goal.
It's going to be interesting to see.
They're going to take it all the way down and then maybe use it their last time out.
Yeah, and then
now the clock stops with 19 seconds. Okay, they didn't take the timeout. They took the delay of game. And now I guess they'll punt, right? Because if you're going to go for it, you don't want to take the 5-yard penalty.
Right.
That'd be the only reason to take the delay of game, that you're going to punt. And if you're Calvert Hall with 19 seconds left, I'm going after the punter, right?
Sure.
See if I can block one.
I'd have everybody up there, put one man back.
They've already blocked one punt in this game.
Came close on a couple other ones, Scott. They really did come close.
Barwick to punt, 19 seconds. Flags down.
They got another 5-yard penalty.
We've had tie games in the Turkey Bowl. I'm not sure we've ever had an overtime game, Tom. And we're 16 seconds away from having one unless something. Got more flags down. No snap. It was a snap, but play was whistled dead.
Yep. Another penalty on Loyola again. Offsides or motion.
Zero's on the score clock now. We have to reset the clock. The 19 seconds on the game clock. The last time we've had a tie in the Turkey Bowl was 1962.
Jeez.
Played to an 8-8 tie. There was no overtime back then.
Overtimes back
then. Punt is off, and there will be no return. They let it roll. We got a penalty down because the goes back to return the punt. He got leveled. Russell Neverdon came up to. Didn't make the fair catch, let the punt go over his head, but he got decked, Tom.
He got decked. Let's see.
Just saw it late there.
Yeah.
There he is. Boom.
There's no fair catch signal at all.
Patrick Eby, I believe, ran into him.
Yeah.
15 yards added, so that'll bring it out to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah.
8 seconds, time for one play, maybe two. Brian Hall not happy. See him kind of waving that off.
The ball was over here, sir. The ball landed over there. The hit happened over there.
There have been 8 ties. Grant Hall out.
Where's the ball? Come on. Come on. Come on. You're killing him. If he didn't want to kill him, man, catch his head. The ball is on this side. Snap kick, catch interference.
Questioning that last penalty. Brant Hall was terrific quarterback at Loyola from 95 to 97. Played for Joe Bruin back in the 90s, but then he went on to become a 2-time All-Patriot League quarterback at Lehigh. So, and there's his friend Donald Davis. Donald said when he got the job, I called him and I said, let's go out and have lunch before all the stuff starts. Because he knew his good friend coaching at Loyola, there would be some stuff going on.
No question.
Maybe the final play in regulation here. Bahar, little screen pass to Farmer. Put it in the hands of your speed guy. Farmer cuts it back in, and he's tackled, and that should do it for regulation. Don't go away, anybody.
Yeah, don't go away. It's Turkey Day.
Over.
It's Turkey Bowl.
Well, 19 yards on the game. And guess what? In the 94th Turkey Bowl, we've got our first overtime game, Tom. You're part of history.
We're part of the history, is right. Oh.
I'm going to get an email. We were wrong. We got the phone wrong. That'll be 2 emails you get.
No flags on that play, so regulation has ended. I think everybody else kind of wondering what happens now.
Yeah, I think everybody's wondering what's going to happen now. They're going to go back out for the flip of the coin, don't they? Captains,
alternate possessions. Let's go down to Jamie. He's part of history here as we have our first overtime Turkey Bowl, Jamie Costello.
All right, first overtime Turkey Bowl, and we're going up in Loyola here, and let's listen in.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's go. Let's play this game. Let's go. Right here, right now. Let's go. Right here, right now. Let's play.
Right here, right now, Jamie. That's what they're saying. Here's how we got to overtime. 21 points scored in the first quarter. Loyola got the opening kickoff. They drove 80 yards in 9 plays. Evans with a 2-yard touchdown run. It was 7-0. Looked like the Dons might be up 14-0. They're moving in for a second score when Calvert Hall forced the fumble.
Come back down.
And McCray went 68 yards. Let's go down to Jamie.
All right, Bernie Bowers knows a little bit about this overtime. 10-yard line, what goes on?
We started to 10. We had 4 plays to get it in. We scored. They get a chance to score. After that, first team wins. First team.
Bernie Bowers.
All right.
There we go, back and forth from the 10.
Oh, boy. Alternate possessions here from the 10-yard line. Defense can score. Touchdown, field goal. So it was, getting back to the recap, McCray scored on the fumble recovery to make it 7-7, maybe the biggest play in the game. 68-yard score, and then Calvert Hall went up 14-7 after one. Nickel with a 1-yard run. Second quarter, no scoring. It was 14-7 Calvert Hall at the half, and then the only scoring in the second half came on a 66-yard burst from Damon Hazelton.
What a game he's had, Scott.
Yeah,
he's had a great game.
130-some yards. You look at the captains, Evans, Kenny, Gillespie, and Isaac. Out for the toss. Over on the other side, the Calvert Hall captains come out. Stephen Greboleski. Trevor Beam, also one of the captains for the Hall. Eric Evans, their tight end. Referee Hank moves on.
Tails, all right? So your choice is heads you call. Okay. All right. Heads one. So white takes defense. Okay, which end of the field? We're going to play. So turn your back to your white.
Blue, here. Okay, here we go. All right, got the ball. Bring the ball out, Blue. All right, here we go.
So Calvert Hall won the toss. They elected to play defense. Yeah. Well, if you stop,
if you stop,
gives you an edge.
It gives you an edge, and you get the field goal. You know what you have to do. If you get the touchdown, you know you have to go on 4th down for the touchdown. That's the key right there.
Tell you what, there are a lot of nervous butterflies anytime you got an overtime game, Tom.
You're right.
But especially the kickers, right? Because they realize it might come down to
the pressure.
A kick. Yeah.
They're gagging.
Yeah, some Curly Friars. Archbishop Curly, of course, playing the 8 conference with these two teams. They look cold. Everybody's cold. Turkey's in the oven, right, Tom?
Yep. And I'm going to be
hot coffee and hot turkey.
Let me tell you, I'm going to have something hot.
Well, let's see. It's been interesting. We told you before the game, Trevor Janoski, expected starting quarterback for Loyola, did not dress for this game. Ben Evans played, I'd say, about 3/4 of quarterback, and then John Goska played most of the fourth quarter
here. Yeah.
Take a look at the class. They're in the class Produce Group red zone here as we start. They're going with some Wildcat here. Hazelton is going to take the snap. So Loyola going with the Wildcat offense. Hazelton, the running back, takes the direct snap, off tackle. He's got some room. He lost the football. Fumble, and I believe Calvert Hall's recovered. He got down inside the 5. No, it is Loyola ball.
Whoa.
The Dons recover their own football. Michael Colgan on the recovery. Good break for Loyola there. 2nd down coming up.
Here's a replay on it. Again, going right in there. Looks like he's got a big hole, cuts back to the inside. The ball is just stripped out.
2nd down, direct snap, straight ahead. Fumble, but I think he broke the plane. It's a touchdown. Hazelton broke the plane, and he's in for the touchdown. Now remember, Calvert Hall has a chance to answer this. It's not over. It's not sudden death. I believe Hazelton had broke the plane before the fumble. Let's take a look.
Lots of calls here.
Yeah, he was in. I think he broke the plane. Here comes a big extra point. Rowley on for the point after. The kick is up.
And it's good.
Yeah. So Calvert Hall needs a touchdown and a point after to keep this game alive.
Well, they know they have 4 downs and will get that touchdown, so they got to keep it going. This is an interesting way to do it. I'd forgotten how they had
sometimes
to review these
4 times.
Yeah.
Back and forth. They'll have the ball on the same end.
Knowing our Turkey Day today, they're gonna score, and they're gonna go a couple more times.
Hey,
I wonder how many times they go. Do they call it a tie?
Keep playing.
Keep playing. Okay.
Some smiles on the Don sidelines.
Yeah,
they're a defensive stop away from ending Calvert Hall's 4-game win streak in the Turkey Bowl.
And here comes Calvert Hall.
Hazelton with the score, and now the Cardinals with a chance to...
one back.
Scroggins going to take the snap. Keeps it, and he's stopped for maybe a yard gain. Jack Kenny in on the tackle. Start, of course, in the class Produce Group red zone. Each of these possessions starts on the 10-yard line. That was a pickup of 1. Kenji Bahar checks back in. He's the quarterback. They went Wildcat to Scroggins on 1st down. Now Scroggins leaves the field. Second and goal. Farmer's the running back. Bahar, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun. Mahar sets, has time, throws corner of the end zone, has a man open, caught. Eric Evans, touchdown. And now Calvert Hall needs a point after to keep the game alive.
Oh, boy. What a great throw. What a great throw on this play, Scott. This is a pro throw.
I agree.
Right up over the top, right in the corner of the end zone, and a great reception. Even got both feet in.
Yeah, Moran back on the coverage, but Evans got behind the defense. And now Soriano will try to keep it alive with the extra point. Snap a little high. Soriano blocked. Loyola wins. Loyola blocks the point after, and the Dons have ended Calvert Hall's 4-game win streak in the Turkey Bowl.
Oh, my goodness.
Heartbreaking way to lose for Calvert Hall, but a thrilling win for the Loyola Dons as they celebrate the first overtime win in 94 years of Turkey Bowl play.
You talk about something that will be remembered for a long, long time, Scott. Blocked extra point wins the game for them. And again, this replay here, this is close because the anticipation of coming through there, wow.
Believe it was Jake Nordhausen, number 85-14, also applied some pressure. We'll get a better look at it here. Nordhausen, that's him. He had a great game. He had some sacks. And Jake Nordhausen with a blocked extra point gives Loyola a 21-20 overtime win. And look at the Dons celebrating with their fans.
Yes, they are. And deservedly so. Calvert Hall, what a heartbreaker for them. They get the touchdown on the perfect throw and just get the extra point blocked.
Donald Davis, see the disappointment in his eyes. He's been on the happy side the last 4 years. His guys battled. A great touchdown pass, Tom, to tie it up in overtime.
Yeah, what a play.
Looked like the timing was a little off on the point after the snap, a little high. But Jake Nordhausen, you saw it on the replay, he took kind of a running start from behind the line of scrimmage, broke through and just got his hand on that kick to give the Dons one of the great finishes in 94 years of Turkey Bowl history.
And a great tradition here. All the players lining up and the coaches coming across. It's great. This is what football's all about.
And the two head coaches, very close friends, have been friends for years, long before they started coaching. But somebody had to win. Here it is again. Nordhausen just splits through the defense. The head-first dive. He gets his hand up there and blocks the point after to win the game. What a feeling that must have been for that kid at that moment to know.
You think he's not going to be the hero at that school? Huh? Oh, boy.
Jake Nordhausen gets to experience it again, but for the seniors at Loyola, this was their last chance to win a Turkey Bowl. And they accomplished that.
And because they had lost 4 in a row, so none of these seniors had done it. So it's a great effort.
In overtime, Loyola 21, Calvert Hall 20. A great finish to a great tradition, the Turkey Bowl. We'll be back with more at Johnny Unitas Stadium right after this.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl, brought to you by the Brooks Financial Group. Infinite rewards from finite focus. Frosty Refrigeration Company, a family-owned heating and air conditioning company serving Baltimore, Annapolis, and surrounding areas. The Class Produce Group. For produce in Baltimore, it's class that counts. And Poor Boys Sports, Baltimore's official Orioles and Ravens apparel headquarters.
See hugs, I see smiles, I see a trophy down there, and
see sadness.
Loyola's got a pretty happy Turkey Day over on the other side. Yeah, you feel bad. Those kids fought their hearts out.
Yes, they did.
Calvert Hall, after winning 4 straight, they lose a heartbreaker, but they won the heartbreaker last year when they hit the 83-yard bomb with a minute something left, right?
To share the agony and defeat.
Take a look at our prime lending. Play of the game, and what's better than this one? It won the game. Jake Nordhausen
blocks the point after.
What a great effort, a special extra effort. He shot through in between a guard and a tackle there. And I mean, I'll tell you something. He gets his arms up in there and knocks it down.
Jake Nordhausen had a big game. Not only that play, he had some sacks, a lot of pressure, played a terrific game. The junior, our Salvo Auto Parts player of the game. Well, there was a pretty good running back in this game. His name was Damon Hazelton. Hazelton off to the races right here, Tom. A 66-yard run. That gave them the spark they needed in the second half to get to that overtime.
That's exactly right, and what a tremendous effort on his part. 66 yards on the play.
And then he also scored the overtime touchdown, took the direct snap right here, right up the middle, lost the handle, but he had just broken the plane. Yeah. Our Kelly and Associates Insurance Group final stats. Total yards, Loyola with an advantage, 237 to 127. They had a 12-9 edge in first downs. And this game had some turnovers or some good plays made on the defensive side, but Loyola turned the ball over 3 times to 2 for Calvert Hall.
And it was the statistics sort of prove out what's going to happen, and it came up with the win.
Let's go down to the field and Jamie Costello.
All right, here he is, start of the game. Hazelton, man, when you scored the winning touchdown, you cracked the plane. What'd that feel like, sir?
Man, it felt beautiful. They really opened the hole wide up, and I just walked through.
And how about that first touchdown you scored? Nobody's in front of you. What's that like for a running back? Nobody's in front of you. Everybody's behind you.
It's a running back's dream. It's just a walk in the park. But, you know, I got to credit my team because they really opened it up for me and allowed me to show what I can do.
There you go. He showed us what he could do. The game-winning score right here with the block, of course. That'll go down in history. We'll talk about that for 50 years from now. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you do. All right, back upstairs.
Well, for Brant Hall, 98 grad of Loyola, congratulations to him in his second year as the head coach of the Loyola Dons. He breaks through and has himself a Turkey Bowl. Donald Davis won the last 4, his buddy, but today Brant Hall and his Dons get to celebrate.
They had a great win, and it was a great team effort, I'll tell you. And just to hear the young man down there say, hey, listen, I want to thank my teammates for this too, because it was a great game, and the rivalry will stay on, and the history just gets better.
Well, we were part of history, partner. The 94th, the first one to go overtime. And boy, these kids give us our money's worth, don't they?
You're right there.
All right, once again, the final score from Johnny Unitas Stadium. Loyola winner over Calvert Hall in overtime. The Dons win it 21-20. Special thanks to our schools, Calvert Hall and Loyola. And a big thank you to Brooks Financial Group for their sponsorship of today's game. This has been a presentation of AB2 Sports. For Tom Matty, Jamie Costello, and our entire ABC2 Sports crew, I'm Scott Garceau. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Have a happy Turkey Day, everybody.